streaming. You want to stream? Yes, I want to stream. All right, I'm live. Don't look at me!
I am playing the game and also watching the stream.
All right, how do I share it?
Oh, hey, there you are.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can.
Are you on YouTube?
Yes. I also hear myself. This is wild.
Do you see the little like Discord icons come up when you speak?
Do I? Yes, there it is.
It's pretty cool, hey? I can like move this stuff around. Maybe I should put the Discord icons up there though, because it gets in the way of the initiative, I think. Because I usually have initiative like down the bottom left-hand corner.
The stream is slower than you, so it's like I hear you twice, so I can listen. I'm listening to you speak in the past and also in the present.
Wow. Is it saying the stream is kind of shitty? Like
right
slow?
Now you're talking about initiative.
Oh yes, it has like a pretty big delay. Yeah, like when I like finished last night streaming, and then I went like to check out the like how many people watched or whatever. It was like still like playing the end of it. I'm like, what the hell? Like.
Yeah, this is wild.
All right, how do I share this? How do I share this for everyone? I need to like tell the world. Broadcast alert. The broadcaster has cancelled this event. No, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to cancel the event. I wish there was just a... Oh, and then I realized after an hour that I actually have to go into YouTube and like manually stop the stream as well. I can't just close OBS because it was still like streaming just like nothing for an hour. Maybe I can just go to YouTube and I can share the... Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't be streaming like the YouTube papers and stuff, should I? Ah, wait. Ah!
Well, it depends what was on it, because I was watching it, but I wasn't paying much attention to anything. Oh, hey, look, it's PewDiePie.
Yeah, I've been watching lots of PewDiePie.
YouTube recommends that you watch PewDiePie. Oh, Grog's One Shot. That was fun. Grog's One Shot was fun.
Also on Geek and Sundry. Okay, now I go to my channel and I go to... I guess it doesn't hurt to stream the channel at all, does it? Promotion! Promotion, everyone! Promotion! I need to go to this one, and now we're going to enter the matrix. It's going to be like streamed 1,000 times over and beyond. All right. Oh, I just realized there was like 2 weird soundtracks going on at the same time. Roll 20. All right, now I go to everywhere and post that I'm streaming. And I'm going to post it on Facebook.
What's going on, guys? SebDM here with another Dungeons and Dragons stream.
What's going on, guys? Do you like YouTube? I do too. What's going on?
After doing YouTube for 2 years.
I probably shouldn't, like, I should probably use a different browser for, like, going onto, like, Facebook and shit too, because...
Yeah, don't, on the stream your Facebook and stuff.
I already changed my
Hey
Facebook
guys,
to like my D&D one anyway. Like I sort of merged my personal Facebook with my D&D. I don't really like ever post anyway, so
me either.
and now I need to go onto the Twitter. I'm always stalking, but I'm never posting.
Yep.
Okay, I've posted on Facebook. I need to get onto the Twitter. I've just found out a hack. Open the browser in a new window, and it does not come up on the stream.
Oh, cool. I'm kind of low on the stream.
Oh yeah, by the way, this stream isn't sponsored at all by Tim Hortons. I'm just drinking Tim Hortons. Only Canadians would understand.
I've been to Tim Hortons, I think. Yeah, there's one in upstate Buffalo.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think so. I had a grilled cheese sandwich. I think that was Tim Hortons, wasn't it? Yeah, because it's upstate Buffalo, close to Canada, not at the border.
All right, I'm getting the tweet out. I am spamming Roll20. I am spamming D&D Beyond. I am spamming Dungeons and Dragons. And I got 2 followers on Twitter. I like looked at it. It was like a bank that I was messaging, and then it's like the other one's like possible spam detected. You won't see spam accounts. Like great, got 2 followers, a bank and someone who's a spam. Excellent. Yeah, I've got a got like a nice Sony camera here that my girlfriend that I bought my girlfriend, but yeah, she never uses it, so I guess I'm gonna use it. Actually, I use it to take a lot of photos when I went traveling, but I'm gonna get like a cool like gaming chair. Gonna get like a nice like room where I can like run my games and like get like a nice backdrop and yeah, get it all set up after the new year.
You can stream D&D and video games.
Yeah, I've got like a PlayStation and an Xbox. I got a PS4 and an Xbox 360. I got a PS4 Pro, and I got like heaps of games, and I just like don't play them anymore. They're just collecting dust. It's kind of sad.
Busy working.
Yeah, D&D just consumes like all of my time now, like literally all of my time. I can't believe we're only going to have 2 more sessions here. I don't know what to run next.
I know. Hopefully I'll be able to join another one sometime.
I'm going to have to like sort of maybe like push you guys a little bit to get to the end like quicker, because there's way more content left than 2 sessions, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was wondering. When you said there was only 3, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they had goals.
Because if I wanted to like, because I'm gonna be back in Australia, so if I wanted to run like the game, it's like 5 a.m. there.
Oh gosh. Hey, everyone's joining. Hello everyone. Good morning.
Good morning. Do you wake up real early to play Azul?
Nah.
Well, you
Sleep until like 12, and then ride it out.
Oh, you stay up real late?
Yeah.
It's like what, 4 a.m. there?
Yeah, 4 a.m.
Would you be opposed to starting later? 3 hours later?
No. No.
Hello, you talking to me?
Oh, hey. Well, yeah, well, I am now. I was talking to Silent, but I was just saying how we've only got 2 more sessions. I guess I could wake up like super early and keep playing, but I don't know how that will go.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna probably drop this one sort of at the end of this anyway. So
Okay.
because I can't Fridays and Saturdays all at the same time. I knew this one was finishing. That's why.
How could you? How could you do this to me? Are you cheating on me with another DM?
No, with the miss.
Yeah, I'm only messing with you. You're already playing in 3 games at the moment. I totally understand.
This one's finishing anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, we've only got 2 more sessions. I'm going to have to sort of push through these next 2 sessions too. I may be giving you guys a gentle little push into certain directions if needed. Or I might just come up with something next session, so if we start to run out of time, we'll just sort of get to the end. Things will happen. And we'll arrive at the end. We're just waiting for Darren, and we are waiting for Damnity, who's playing Divinity Original Sin.
Okay.
Yeah, I played it a bit. It's a pretty tough fight last session.
That is an understatement, yes.
But you're also alive.
We are. And now we only have a little bit left.
Yeah,
We have to free him.
you guys are pretty much healed up as well, so we ended the session as you guys came out of the last mirror and it smashed, and Lord Soft sort of opened his eyes.
And we didn't take a long rest, right?
Not yet, no.
No. Okay, just making sure.
We're basically
One action surge.
immediately after coming out of the mirror.
Alright, got it.
Oh, is some fan burst still not working? There was like no fan burst. The music tracks that Roll20 uses, there was like none of that last night. It looks like some tracks are still down. Can you guys hear it?
No.
Oh, that is most fortunate. Let me have a look here. Oh, that one's working. Okay, so some tracks are down and some are not, I guess. Let me just message. I can't remember if Raftus is going to be here. Doftus is going to be here. He was playing last night and he said something. I can't remember if it was he can make it or he cannot make it. So let's just. Okay, Damity's on his way. So let's just wait for a couple of minutes for these guys. And meanwhile, I can see which songs are working. Looks like most of them are not. Or which music is working, I should say.
This ability I got, this combat inspiration, can I do that on myself as well?
Yes. You can inspire yourself. That's classic Bard, just so full of themselves.
Indeed.
Oh, I think like most of the songs are not, most of the tracks are not working. That is unfortunate. So we're gonna be in silence.
We'll just make our own noise.
Yeah. Someone needs to volunteer to make noise.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I just played a lot of Divinity now and carried away a little bit.
No problem. All right, I am going to presume that there is no Daftest today because I can't remember if he told me that he's able to make it or not. Last that I knew that he wasn't going to make it because he's on a flight or something. All right, so and it looks like Fanburst is still down, so we're probably not going to have any background music if you listen to it, that is. So let's just get started. You guys had finally smashed the last dream mirror last session and faced the evil that was working with Lord Soth to corrupt him, bring his kingdom of Kryn into the darkness, and create what Sithicus is to this day, a dark demiplane of dread within Ravenloft. As you all had emerged out of the mirror, the final mirror, it smashed, and the shards of glass fall to the ground. You open your eyes, standing up, but still as if you'd just awoken from a slumber. And you only see one banshee left, desperately whispering into Lord Soth's ears. The orange glow that's coming from underneath Lord Soth's translucent eyelids, streaked with veins. It grows brighter, and then the eyes open, and two piercing orange orbs stare directly at all of you through his visored helm. He looks around, noticing every single one of his mirrors are smashed. The whispers of the banshee grow more vigorous. And then suddenly, Lord Soth's skeletal hands grip the armrests of the throne as he stands up. My mirrors. What have you done to my mirrors? No! No! And he looks quite discerned.
My lord, you were being controlled. We did it to save you.
I am in control here. You
My lord,
people. I recognize you. I saw you in the mirrors. What did you hope to achieve? It is up to me to right my wrongs. I must remedy my sins. How dare you impose on that? Well, do you have nothing to say?
You say you are in control, but there is a banshee behind you, whispering in your ear.
This is, as he looks towards the banshee. It doesn't seem to be particularly bothering him, but his words are cut off as standing behind you all, coming from the shadows to the south, is Ticklemop, standing there with her stuffed Beholder toy in her hand, just holding it from one of the ice stalks, and she drops it on the ground. Daddy? Daddy! You're awake! My... Daddy! Oh, you woke him up! She hops forward. I must fix everything. I must redeem myself. What do you mean, Daddy? You're awake now. Did you fix everything? You, my child. You shakes his head, grabs onto his helm. You are not real. What do you mean? I'm not real. How can you say that, Daddy? Come forward, my child. Ticklemop edges forward to Lord Soth. Lord Soth, grizzled, skeletal hand, reaches forward, places it on Ticklemop's hat. I need to tell you something now, my child. You are but a memory. Nothing more. Just an embodiment of my imagination. Do you understand this? When you died that day, I created you in my mind to try and fill a void, fill a gap, to try and find repentance. But now I have seen that this is not the answer. My sweet, darling Peridor, my first and only son, it is time for you to sleep. I understand, Daddy. And with a black wisp of smoke, Ticklemop disappears. Lord Soth steps forward again, coming to the center of the dais. All of the flowing water ceases as he gazes upon all of you. I have seen now. I have been lying to myself. There is no changing what has happened. And then suddenly he looks over at the Banshee, and the Banshee's face is locked in a horrific scream, a look of horror, and her features start to become filled with color. Her hair turns. Her face is filled with with color. And she takes the faint image of Lady Isolde. My lady. What have I done to you? What? What crimes have I committed here? I am the perpetrator. You are nothing more than the victim. You and your 12 maidens. They all died that day. I dragged you into this hell. How can you ever forgive me? There is nothing more for us. My fair lady. All I can do is offer you my heartfelt apology. And he takes a knee, tilts his head down, and you swear you see a tear drop from the helm onto the marble floor. You could hear a pin drop in this room at the moment. Even the sound of the tear echoes against the walls. It is time to put you to rest as well, my fair lady. My lady Isolde. She smiles and vanishes, fades out of existence. He gazes over to all of you once again. You have opened my eyes. We cannot change the past. We can dream, and we can hope, and we may enter our dreams, and we may change things in our dreams. And he looks around at all the smashed mirrors. But when we awoken, then we must face reality. Suddenly, this shimmering glow appears in front of Lord Soth. And a woman appears. It's Lady Isolde. Her back is facing all of you. Lord Soth collapses to the ground, falls onto his knees. Sorry, Lady Gladria. Did I say Isolde? Lady Gladria.
Yeah.
Yes, I was wondering. I was like,
It's Lady Isolde Part 2. It's her twin sister. No, it's, yes, Lady Gladria, Lord Soth's wife. My lady. I must face the consequences now. I lost everything. I lost my kingdom, my son, my beautiful wife, my people, and I lost my soul. She sort of floats up, hovering towards Lord Soth. All I ever wanted was to right the wrongs. All I ever wanted was to return once more to my native land. And now I see that our native land is gone. This is what has become of Dargard Keep. This is what has become of our realm. All at my hands. No apology will fix this. What's done is done. There is no changing the past. We can only now change the future. And the shimmering image of Lady Gladria fades away. Lord Soth's orange orbs close. See streams of tears flow down his helm. And for the briefest moment, you see Lord Soth again, as he was a human, a knightly man, a noble man, wearing gleaming white plate mail, emblazoned with kingfishers and roses. You must stop the evil. You must change the future with the present. Go forth, adventurers. I bid you leave from my land now. Thank you, and goodbye. And with that, the image of Lord Soth fades, completely disappears, leaving behind nothing except his armor, his sword, and his shield. They collapse into a bundle onto the ground.
Sword.
Oh, somebody's already getting hyped for cutting off heads.
I mean, did you see that sword? Like 4 of us got our heads cut off. It was amazing.
You already
Wow.
have one.
True that, but it's not guaranteed that it will cut off a head, but boy, does some damage though.
It's a shame Soft didn't know about a wish spell, huh? Actually, might have been able to go into the path.
Even Wish has its limits.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't really, how to say, mind if, yeah, everything just gets very confusing. Like, we killed the Tiamat, and then we're like, oh, we saved Saw by killing a Tiamat, but he died there. Oh.
Yeah. Well, we came here. We didn't get what we wanted. We don't know where we are.
We don't know how to get out of here.
A voice
And
beckons you.
And this is not even the point why we even came here. Like, we're looking for the phylactery. We still don't even have a single hint towards it. Which is all very great.
That ship is many miles from us still. That's more important than the phylactery.
But we have gained friendship, and isn't that the greatest treasure?
Our friend has died. Well, technically a friend.
But he has learned to forgive himself and has learned to look towards his future.
He died. He's not looking towards any future.
I believe that he is there, living in peace even now.
You know, you went through that experience, right, where your soul was pretty much tortured once you died.
On the ground is his Vorpal longsword, his +3 shield, emblazoned
Can I
with
get the
kingfishers,
shield?
and +3 plate mail, still blackened, with a melted black rose on the breastplate.
Does anyone need the +3 shield?
Yes.
Well, I can give you a +2 shield.
Well, seeing as though we cleared out the Lord of this realm, maybe the Night Mother can boot us along our way. Put Spooky's back in his pocket dimension.
Okay. You hear a voice, almost taunting you all. A dry, raspy voice coming from this hallway here. Now it is time to come forward. Yes. Yes.
Wait,
Doesn't-
is that the lich?
It's not a Nagba.
No?
Ah,
The voice sounds somewhat similar. It's a voice you haven't heard before. It sounds like that of a skeleton almost.
It's the horse. The true
It's the
mastermind is revealed.
Yes. All this time, the horse was behind it all. He jumps out. I got you. Alright, suddenly Daftus his eyes just sort of widen, and you see this momentary lapse come over him, and like a zombie, he just starts walking down this hallway and down these steps, disappearing from view.
Daftus, where are you going?
He felt like he needs to rock inside the pool of nothing. So, Harn, wanna roll for the shield?
Okay.
Oh, we got some music back.
Shouldn't we go after Daftus?
He's dead. He's dead. Except that
What?
I want to tame this horse.
Well, Harn won.
13,
Yeah.
13, 7, 12. So, where have you gone?
It's time to tame this. I want to try taming this horse again. Now that he's
The nightmare,
Now that
as
he's
you
gone.
as you look into the room as all, the beautiful steed is still there, and it kicks up on its hind legs. Brilliant flame just sort of bursts out from its mane, and as it trots down onto the ground, it just sort of freezes a little bit, sort of shifts from view like instantly, as if you're seeing some sort of like disturbance in reality, and then it just sort of like freezes. Suddenly, darkness starts looming
Like cast holy weapon.
forth out of nowhere. I think you've still got it up.
I
Is that right?
counterspelled it.
You see, Azul, to the south, this darkness encroaching, and it is eating everything up. The entire castle is fading away.
Well,
And
I know how to.
grab the items and let's go get Daftus. Hey, Seb is literally throwing maddening darkness everywhere.
Yeah, but alright. I cast Arcane Hand. I grab the horse and I'm taking it with.
alright, the whole entire castle is being swallowed by this darkness as if it's just fading out of existence. Alright, you start to drag the horse with you and the arcane hand just goes straight through it like it's an illusion.
It's not fair.
Geronimo!
Why can't we have a nice thing?
And the darkness envelops everything.
If I cast.
You run down these steps and you fall into a void of darkness. As you enter, you just find your body's frozen, and as you see your allies move in, their bodies freeze like a still image, and they just slowly turn anti-clockwise as if they're floating further and further away. Their images.
Skelly.
Skelly is just a mere pinprick in the horizon at this stage.
My skills, am I good?
And everything goes dark. And then there's nothing. There is nothing except darkness all around you. You can't breathe. You can't see. You can't speak. You can't hear. Absolutely nothing whatsoever.
We're in space! Space.
There's only one thing guiding you. The voice. Come. Come to face death. Come to death. Yes. Closer now. Closer. That's it. Death awaits you.
Can I make an insight check on the disembodied voice telling us to walk towards our death?
Sure. You still have some level of mental capacity. I mean, there's no face to put it to. There's no like facial expressions or body language to read. So it does sound like it's not the nicest voice, especially the fact that it's saying for you to come towards death. But you got no other reason than that not to trust it. And then suddenly, everyone opens their eyes, and you're sitting around a grand table. There's a white tablecloth laid out over a long table with 10 overstuffed, high-backed chairs. And you're all sitting at this table. There's a delicious feast laid out for each and every one of you. Every food that you could imagine. The finest wines. Alright, Han attacks.
Wait, what?
He's done it.
Jaggy, you're up.
So, no attacking?
Han's going to.
Well,
But
yes,
wait,
we
what?
are.
We don't know how it's going to until he's turn. So
So this dude here, we know him.
Nope.
I'm just gonna hit. Okay, I'm just gonna hit him.
What is happening?
Why is there a combat suddenly?
Because Han's attacking. So I got to roll initiative.
Wait, did he roll a DM roll that he's attacking or what?
He just said he's going to attack straight away as soon as he sees this skeletal figure here.
oh, that
Oh.
must be the
Oh
lich.
gosh.
That's the lich that, imprisoned me, right?
I'm gonna give him a smack anyway.
Fine. I mean, well, we're doing it.
This is a booming blade one.
You try to lift your arms up, Jaggy, to pull out your greatsword, and as you do, you sort of swing it, and your greatsword just turns into a pillow, and you just like hit the lich over the head with a pillow.
Pillow
Cozy.
fight!
Does it cause any damage?
No, it's a pillow.
What about my radiant damage?
You start to rage, and instead, suddenly, like all these flowers just start bursting out of you. Kawaii, kawaii!
That still counts as an attack, so I'm gonna use my Mebu to get away now.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So I haven't got weapon.
You look down now, and you've just got like this rubber ducky in your hand.
Awesome. Okay, I'm done.
Azul.
Have they like reacted at all to that attack?
When Jaggy hit the lich with the pillow, he just sort of kinked his head to the side and just started laughing, and his voice matches that of the one that was beckoning you. Just this dry, raspy. And you also see a very finely dressed man sitting in between the lich and Lord Soth.
Seeing as I'm probably outmatched here, I'm just gonna calmly close my eyes and pretend it's not happening.
All right. This finely dressed man sort of looks around. Why? What's the matter, Han? You're not afraid of a little lich, are you?
No, I'm not afraid of it at all, so I'm going to try and take it out.
You've barely touched your tea. And he just sort of sits there at the table, drinks this like beef juice, smiles at you charmingly. Rose.
I'm going to say, so what brings you fine gentlemen here today at this fine table?
Alright, the lich just sort of chuckles. You will find death. Death. Death brings us here.
Can I make an insight check now?
Sure.
Is he really trying to kill me, or does he want me to have tea?
The way he's saying it is you're feeling that like he's not like trying to threaten you, that death is something tangible, like a person or an object, rather than an experience.
Huh. That's interesting. Okay. That's my turn.
That's a tough.
This is out of character, of course, but since I played a lot of Divinity, I'm like now. Void Vulcan.
I'm going to add some terrain effects and get extra fire damage when I attack them. I'm going to do an oil spill.
Okay, but on the other side, I'm like, after seeing Jaggy just making some weird shit out of his weapon, I'm like trying to imagine I have popcorn in my lap and and see what happens.
Have what in your lap?
Popcorn.
Oh, okay. You do that as it's off, and suddenly like your pants just expand. All of this popcorn just starts sort of bursting out of your pants and falling onto the ground.
Nice. I start eating popcorn out of my pants.
Tastes pretty good.
Crotch corn.
Already salted for you.
Buttered crotch.
Crotch popcorn. Well, either case, I'm enjoying it.
Nice out of your tea. Han.
I presume there's like a drink on the table and some food and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll reach for my drink, grab it.
All right. There's a.
Throw the drink over the lich and try and do a sacred flame as a follow-up.
All right. You throw the drink onto the lich, and it sort of hisses, and he grabs his face. Ah! What have you done to me? Ah! And then you pull out your holy symbol of the Morning Lord, this little sunburst pendant, and you see like this like little smiley face appear on your pendant with like these stuffed rosy cheeks and like a little baby's face. It sort of smiles at you and winks. Hello, Han! And then
So I can't get that off.
you do a sacred flame, and when you like send out the sacred flame, the sacred flame comes out like a rainbow color, like a blanket of rainbow just falls down on the lich, and he sort of grabs his face, and then he sort of looks up. Ah, you've burnt all the skin off my face! And then you realize he's playing you. He didn't have any skin on his face to begin with.
No.
Haha, bamboozled.
All right. It's quite clear that fighting isn't getting you anywhere. In fact, this doesn't even feel real. This feels like you're in a dream. You find yourself in a square room. It looks like an old castle. Tiled floor. A grand organ set against the west wall. A set of wooden double doors to the east. And 3 figures here sitting at the table. Lord Soth. A finely dressed man who looks a little bit too pale to be alive. And this wiry figure. The one that chuckles. The lich. But he doesn't speak first. Strahd smiles again charmingly. Why, come on now. No need to be a party pooper, Han. We're just having a celebration. This is supposed to be a joyous occasion. Eat up now. Lord Soth looks around at all of you. This is just a dream.
Wait, is it a dream? Like, I'm starting to feel like we're all already dead in terms of, well, Soth is dead, Strahd is dead, well, the Lich is dead to begin with.
We have summoned you here, adventurers. Alright, you open the door, Azul, and you see, like, more rooms of the castle, but it is full of purple mist. In fact, there seems to be this pervasive purple mist just sort of lying around the outskirts of this room, and you see a hallway with a spiral staircase leading down, and other rooms leading off in different directions, and a thick, thick cloud of this purple mist.
Can I wish my sword back?
You try to wish your sword back, Jaggy, and instead you find in your hands a adult book, an adult's book
That'll put.
with sketches in it.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that kind of book.
The Lich chuckles some more. You're going to find death. You must find death before it finds you.
I'm gonna give him a headbutt.
Alright, you try to headbutt him, and he just sort of opens his mouth really large and just like bites your head and spits you back out. It's very strange. Everything seems to not be real.
Yeah, we have literally dead fog outside, so.
And when you say death, you do not mean physical death. You mean an object or a person, correct?
You will find it. Yes. Yes, you will find death. You must face death. You must defeat death. Because death is the only answer. Death is all that you
Word of
have.
Today, death.
This is like reverse church.
Reverse church.
Praise death! Praise death! You will find death! I'm like, oh. I took the wrong turn.
Alright, so you summon your arcane eye, and it just comes out like a big like balloon version of your head, and just gets bigger and bigger, and then just pops. There's no use. You're not even awake. This is but a dream. Don't you understand?
But where's Skelly then?
We are the rulers of Ravenloft. I, Lord Soth, Strahd von Zarovich, and Azalin Rex. There is something that is moving into our neighborhood. Something that is taking over all of Ravenloft.
Wait.
A force. Yes?
How are you three rulers of the Ravenloft when both of you are living in Civicus? Well, were.
I think you may be mistaken, my friend. Are you referring to Azalin here?
Well, the map is called the map of Ravenloft, so I was thinking.
Alright, we're not the rulers of all of Ravenloft, but we're pretty damn popular, alright? We rule the 3 biggest domains.
My dad bought me this corner of the world, and it is mine, okay?
Listen, there is no time for this mindless banter. There is an evil that is planning to take over all of Ravenloft. An incredible force. And if it falls into that evil's hands, your world will be no more. There'll be nothing for you. Except death. Now, you must travel to Darkon, the final bastion of Ravenloft.
Wait, tell me how somebody taking over Ravenloft spells the end for our world?
Because within Ravenloft is a dark rift, a fabric, and if that fabric of Ravenloft gets woven into your material plane, then everything will be plunged into the darkness. Your entire world will be plunged into the Shadowfell. Don't make the same mistakes I did. Save your kingdoms. Save your people. Your friends. Your family. And your loved ones. Go forth to Darkon. Find Necropolis. There you will find death. You must face death. And he claps his hands.
Well, at least we need to find our spaceship to travel there because, like, holy
We
shit.
want our spaceship.
Yeah, otherwise we ain't gonna get there. I think. Well, not in One Piece.
You guys, again, just basically are rendered unconscious. And again, plunged into darkness. You're all just full unconscious sitting at the table. Your heads fall forward, one by one. You try to move. You try to fight. You try to resist. Inevitably, the darkness comes for you. You seem to be in a place of absolute tranquility. Soft waves are crashing onto the shore. It's calming, it's soothing, it's cold, it's dark. So dark, so cold. You can't breathe. You gag, you choke. You struggle, you panic, you try to open your eyes, but you can't. There's nothing except for darkness. Then suddenly, you awaken on a dark shoreline, washed up on a beach. Ho! Ho! Ugalo! Talulu! You wake up to see something. A dark shadow being dragged away from you all through some sand, brung into a cave. You all take a long rest.
Hey, there we go.
You awaken a time later, and you see short humanoids. They're dressed like barbarians. They wear tattered rags. Their faces are dirty. They have makeshift weapons. They look like real tribal members.
So it looks like the start of Age of Conan.
They are standing over you all, looking at you in amazement. You gaze around to try and grasp your surroundings. To the south, you see waves crashing against a distant castle over a black sea. Beyond that, to the east, there is a strange ziggurat looming in the darkness. The whole world looks strange and dark. You find your memories quite hazy. Everything is pretty foggy. It takes you a good minute or two to gain your bearings and actually fully become aware of your surroundings. Looking around, you see a rocky precipice to the north. A cove. There is a cave entrance set into a small rocky knoll. And the entrance of the cave is surmounted by a large, menacing-looking skull. There are pillars of rock jutting out of the ground, and ruins of a village overlooking you all, up towards the north. As a ziggurat lies to the east, and this castle lies to the south. There are 3 skeletons bound and wrapped to a large rock with the waves gently crashing against it. They look like sacrifices, their arms nailed to the rock. Halt! Another tribal warrior steps forward. He is a hulk of a man, almost 7 feet tall, as wide as an ox. He's wearing a bear pelt over his head, many tribal tattoos, and each one of them have some sort of makeshift weapon, spear, or scimitar. We have been gifted. Come. Help them up. They offer helping hands and try to help you guys out of the water. It's so very cold. Absolutely freezing.
I accept the help.
I as well.
They treat you like you're some sort of prized entity. They are very gracious. They bow, and they try their very best to help you up in the most graceful manner they know how to. As savage as they are, they're kind. Welcome, my friends. I am Chief Hanslick. I am Chief of Tidemore. You are the ones who have the dragon. This is your...
Here.
Yes. This one is a ship. We have taken it to our shrine. There we will bless it. You are our answer. You are our hope. We have prayed. We have prayed. And now you have come to us, our saviors. Please, come with us. We have shelter for you. Oh, Daftus is here now.
Black.
Suddenly, there's like a massive wave that just like slams down over everyone. Daftus just gets like flung into the air and lands on the beach. Chief Haslick sort of looks down at him. What's that?
The music sounded like a monastery by the...
Chief Haslick sort of looks down at him. Yes, another gift. Another gift from our god.
A very special gift. Anyway, please lead the way.
Yes, come.
And
You come now. And they start beckoning you. You can see obvious drag marks through the sand where they've dragged your ship.
Better
Any-
be our ship.
Guide you into this rough
I will-
cave.
I will not hesitate to genocide.
I'm going to just move everyone's tokens. So hold still for a sec.
when ancient historians wonder why the civilization died, they find out because a ship was stolen.
You head through this rough hewn passageway, and the first thing you notice is the temperature drops immensely. It is impossibly cold. We're talking minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Everyone make a constitution save. It just goes from cold to absolutely freezing.
I don't see a ship. I'm killing them all. They're all dead.
Haslick seems to, and the other tribal members, they seem to be unaffected by the cold. And you guys are all good as well. No one falls prey to it. There is
Not
a
even
small...
Harn.
No, well, he gets advantage anyway. There's a small campfire here with some animal skins and logs sort of piled around. You're not sure how the fire is even like sort of alive in these sub-zero temperatures. You see this strange glyph on the ground here, and what you notice is everything is sheathed in thick ice. The walls, the floor, and the roof. And the rough-hewn cave seems to turn into a very purposely built temple. There are tiles on the floor. Again, the walls seem to be completely made of ice. Come. Come forward. You come. As you as you step further in, and you see into the actual temple area, it's a little bit disturbing. There are these red tiefling-like creatures. They're wearing armor, heavy armor, and there's three of them. Two are flanking these like red urns, and another is standing up towards the back of the room at an altar. Now, there is a lot of blood letting going on here. You see the tiefling women. They are in the process of sacrificing some of their own. They take these barbed daggers and slice the necks of these tribal warriors and just like sort of tip the bodies into these large urns as they let the blood to... And you realize that the urns are actually not colored red, but they're just soaked red from blood. Yes. Come now. Come. Many we have sacrificed. Many, many. And now, our hero has come here.
Can I make an insight check? I just saw a guy get his throat slit and bleed into a bowl.
That's not really insight check worthy. What are you trying to...
He's telling us to come along and follow him, and he's been waiting.
Yeah, you can make an insight check to try and see what's going on here, what his intentions are. He seems to be wanting you to definitely like come into the temple quite desperately. As you look around as well, you see these like shimmering portals, and they show you nice things.
Can I make a religion check to see if I know what the sacrifice is for? Or
Yeah, you can make a religion check because at the back of the room there is some sort of like demonic or some sort of like evil-looking effigy, completely covered with dried blood, and they're in the process of like sacrificing someone else as well. And blood just spills all over the floor. You do see your ship in the corner of this room, and it is completely covered in ice. You don't know how it managed to get so frozen so quickly, but it is undoubtedly just covered in like 5 inches of ice, completely frozen in place. Han, you realize that this statue here is just like a mockery of an actual like deity. It doesn't resemble any actual like known deity that you know, at least anyway. It seems to just be like a some sort of like weird conglomeration of animal and human and devil or something like that. No particular deity. And the bloodletting continues, and everyone is chanting this ritualistic chant. They start to hasten their tone. Or not, because Fanburst is down. Pretend that they're chanting really quickly. Alright, and again, no one seems to be bothered by this like noticeable like freezing temperature here. What do you guys do?
Daftus, do you want to melt down the ship so we can get some heating going on here?
I just want to see what's going on.
No, you cannot. This one is gift as well. Now you will come. You must save us from the whistling fiend. Come.
I want to try to dimension door into the ship.
You take 15 points of force damage.
Because it's probably frozen inside as well.
You just feel yourself just being smashed against something, and it's not a very pleasurable experience. And then you temporarily disappear and then reappear within an instant of where you are.
It can't be
Probably
frozen.
locked. It's locked.
But it's not. You can still teleport into it.
I think you just proved that you can't.
Chief, if I may ask, what is going on around here?
We are the only ones left from Tidemore. Many punishments have befallen us. First, the big ending happened in Big City. The sky is filled with light, and city is no more. Everybody die.
Because of sacrifice?
No. Tidemore is okay. Big city is gone. Big town is gone. Tidemore is okay. We are far. But then, Whistling Fiend come. It take Kriana. And then, it take Tidemore. Everyone die. Some run to cave. This, our people. And he just shows you the handful of people here. Some people get change. And then he gestures towards like the tiefling looking women.
Some people get their throats slit.
No. We find the answer. This one is gifted. She show us how to fix. That is why we protected from cold. Our new god, the frozen one. He keep us safe. He show us our future. And you see like all of these pleasant environments inside these portals. Green meadows, rolling fields, grand kingdoms and castles. You even see your glimpses of your own homes and home plains. This is what he will give us. But nothing is free. We must pay. We must pay with loyalty. We must pay with blood. Now, we have seen the sign. He points towards the ship. Now, it is your turn. You must give to the frozen one. You must give to him. Come now. And he beckons you to stand on this glyph.
What I'm standing on? Oh shit.
Yeah. Do not deny him.
I want to. Can I try to cast telepathic bond before we step on this? Just in case.
Telepathic bond. What components does it have?
Eggshell from 2 different kinds of creatures.
I mean, like verbal or somatic.
Yeah, verbal, somatic, material.
Alright, as soon as you start casting the spell, they all like sort of seem quite defensive and like they draw their weapons. Oh! And they sort of move in. Do not use your magics here. The frozen one does not allow it.
Can I do it outside the cave?
You cannot go out now. Now you must give to him. Stand, now. On here. And he draws a dagger.
What is to happen to us once we stand on this circle?
Then we will give the last sacrifice. Do not deny him.
You stand on.
He is watching. He will come. He has come before. On now. Do not anger him.
What are you saying? We're the last sacrifice?
Yeah.
Wait.
Hey, how about you guys step on them? We'll take care of it for you.
No.
I told you, gonna end up. Genocide's coming.
It is not for us. You are the last ones that he needs. You have been given to us. You are our gift. You stand on now.
Nah, we're our own gift, and I'm pretty sure this ain't gonna work out like you think it is. Eldritch blast to the face.
Then nothing can save you.
Well, I mean, okay, they're very defensive, so I'm pretty sure if he wants an Eldritch to the blast, we roll for initiative.
I'm trying to roll, but the API decided to go down.
Good API.
Awkwardly. Let's try again.
That's a foot I can get behind. Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
Well, let's attack him.
I mean,
Should we just roll it ourselves this one time?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Haran wouldn't also be very voluntarily joining to get his throat cut by some lunatics for a demonic figure worshippers.
I mean, he seems to be. He's standing on that circle.
He
He's
doesn't
all
even
for
know
it. He's
what's
like, yeah.
going.
He's like, sure, I'm done with life. Okay.
Azul.
Yes.
Azul's going first?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why not? What?
No, I mean, go for it. You're the strongest of us all.
An 18
Where are
bit.
you going to hide first?
Well, first, I'm gonna cast one that hasn't cast a lot. As soon as I figure out where it's gonna go, I'm gonna cast that one.
Okay, I'll give you the template for it.
Thank you.
It's a cube, right? So fill in the corners as well when you click on it. When you click on it, like the outline of the token should sort of show you where it's supposed to be. 40-foot cube.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even have it on the right. There we go. I was going to say, why aren't you moving it? You can't see it. That explains it.
Now I can see too. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'm good with those 5 enemies that are in it.
Okay. All right, all of them make is it wisdom save? Yep. All right. All right, this distortion in time just. What's your DC?
21.
Just starts to slow down those creatures in that area. And
Ooh.
all of
I can
them
fly.
fail. Yeah, I know that it doesn't affect your allies. It's just they got caught in the crossfire of the saving throw.
Selection.
But if it did, we succeeded.
All right, each one of them just start to really slow down.
That will end my.
Daftus.
He could have grabbed the last one as well, you know? The red face.
Cast haste on me.
All right, haste goes on and blade song goes up.
I'll start swinging it with my 1 haste attack.
Daftus, why are you playing in pool or something?
What's that?
I know your voice seems very distorted.
Oh yeah, I'm traveling, so I'm on a different head.
He's slowed as well in real life.
Oh, wrong one. Where's my mode?
And that hits 18 points of damage. There's a loud crack. He's pretty tough though. I'd only roughed him up a little bit. Jaggy.
Okay, just checking the range on something. Oh, easy. Okay. I'm going to cast Enemies Abound on this one.
Okay. Alright. It's an intelligence save on the Cambion. So, these women, they're they're pretty heavily armored, and their wings sort of come out of their armor. And what's going on here? All right, they make intelligence saves, and she fails. She
Doesn't they fend from foe?
yeah, she'll attack the closest creature.
Awesome. And I can attack as a bonus action. I'm going to attack this one with my pawn mag.
Okay.
Porn mag.
And that hits.
Oh, forget the radiant. I don't think I got that anymore.
26 slashing damage. He's hurt after that attack. They're pretty tough though.
Okay, I'm done.
As a tough.
Okay, well, which ones? All of these guys count as humans, or these red things are fiends?
Yeah, you're pretty sure they're not human, the Cambions. They definitely look like some sort of fiendish creature.
And what is this?
That is a robed figure, humanoid in shape, with a golden mask and a sacrificial dagger. Some sort of cultist.
But looks like a human, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so all the ones who are human in nature, like the 5, they get hold person on them.
Okay.
I think I can either 4 or how many I can.
It's 4.
Oh, only 4 then. Okay, well, this one and this one, and well, the top 3 from those. This one isn't.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
So wisdom saves. Alright, that cult fanatic is paralyzed. And, sorry, which ones again? These 4 here, the ones that are slowed. Sorry, which 3? Okay. And more. Oh man, what is going on with this character mancer bullshit? Every time I open up their sheet, it's like trying to character mancer me. Okay, that's a failure. And. Get lost character mancer.
Oh, natural 20 is actually how they can like succeed.
That's a failure. They're not all the same. And that's a failure. Alright, they also become paralyzed. They are frozen from your whole person.
And I come here and my
Rose.
Okay, so which one of them was the chief?
This guy.
Okay, so what I want to do is I kind of want to do a, kind of like a, I can't really describe it, kind of like a figure 8. Like I hit one, then the other one, the first one, then the second one again.
Whirlwind attack.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do a whirlwind attack.
Just don't hit hard.
Right here. No, not hard.
So you want to go like left, right, left, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And that hits. That's an automatic crit. 20 points of damage. You just cut that tribal member down. He's dead.
Oh, okay. And this is for the chief.
And he dead. You cut him down.
Alright, cool.
Both bodies just hit the ground with one sword swipe each.
This guy here, attack.
And that hits for 14 slashing, and you hit him again. Total of 28 points of damage, leaving him hurt.
Oh wait, I was supposed to do that. That was too many.
Oh,
It was supposed to be the first blood sword, and then it was supposed to be a rapier attack.
alright. Roll. You can roll the rapier for damage, and then I'll just adjust the hit points. Alright, he takes 5 less.
is weird.
Action search, because why not?
Okay. And that's another crit. Not a natural 20, but 20 points of damage.
Oh, he's not dead?
Nope.
You know why you crit him? Because it counts as automatic crit. And with that crit, you deal like about 50 damage each.
Not on this guy though. He's not paralyzed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Alright.
I have one more attack.
Yeah. And you drop him to the ground with that sword swipe.
Cool.
Just wading through the bodies.
Just a little bit more airy around here.
So that's why paralyze is OP.
There you go. And I end my turn with that.
Han.
I cross my arms underneath my shield, and tap my foot. Effectively, I'll fight defensively if required, but otherwise I'm not going to do anything.
Alright. In defense mode.
On the sacrificial altar.
Okay, this masked cultist looks over at all of you and just points this curved dagger at you, Azathoth.
How though? But
Oh yes, he's paralyzed. Yep. Alright, he'll just repeat the wisdom save. That's what he wants to do, but he just sort of moves his arm slightly and that's about it.
Yeah, he needs to succeed the 24 wisdom save.
Alright, this Cambion, she
It's the enemies abound one.
yep. She uses a bonus action to use her crushing blow ability that gives her a +4 onto damage, and she takes this spear and just thrusts it at the cultist 2 times, and both of them hit, and both of them are a crit. That's an extra 2d6 plus 2d8 plus an extra 8. 40. He dead. She just hoists him up on the spear and then drops him, and fire bursts out of the spear. And then she starts moving towards the next one. Alright, this Cambion is going to use... She's just going to move towards Daftus and swing 2 times. She can't use her bonus action or anything. Swings 2 times with her spear. And both of them miss. And then she makes a wisdom save for the slow. Failure. This one gets an intelligence save too, right? At the end of her turn for the enemies abound.
It's the first time I've ever used a spell, but
Or is it only when she gets attacked?
just scoring up to 6.
Yeah, at the end of its... Oh, each time it takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw. Alright, this Cambion sort of turns around and is going to see the other one come up behind her, but she sort of dismisses it at the moment. And she uses her crushing blow ability to give her a No, she's going to use her Fury of the Nine, and she gives this one advantage on attack rolls, not fully realizing that that's her enemy yet. She sort of calls out, "Kazuko!" Drain their blood in Infernal really loudly, and she takes her spear and stabs it at you a couple of times, Azathoth. And both of them miss. Alright, this last Berserker makes a wisdom save. And yeah. Alright, at the start of this round, you just hear this loud horn blow. It just echoes all around you and shudders the entire cave. And suddenly, you find yourselves completely surrounded with minotaurs. There is a lot of minotaurs. They just all appear out of nowhere.
Oh, that's great.
Who blew the horn?
You didn't see anyone blow it, but you just heard it. It sort of echoed throughout the cave, coming from all around you. And then as that happened, all of these minotaurs are instantly summoned in at the start of this round.
Mm.
Are they real?
You'll find out. And
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
this way I'm just going to maneuver some of them because they can be summoned anywhere they want. So
Okay, you know, this is a lot right now.
It's only 11.
Well, I mean, it's 13, by the way. No, it's 14.
I'm only rolling them on one initiative count as well, obviously.
Oh my gosh, one turn, all 14 just start slashing.
Alright. They just appear out of nowhere. Azul.
I kind of feel like Harn needs to do his whatever the fuck it was, and we need to just AoE clear this shit.
Let's see.
Do it as
Well-
well, kill them all.
I wish I had mass polymorph. Zul will.
Wish from Mass Polymorph.
He will. Casting up slow.
Alrighty. Alright, so first of all, these ones that were slowed become unslowed. Alright, there's the template. Do with it as you wish.
I can't
But you
grab
can
it.
only slow 6.
I know. I can't twin slow, can I?
No. Twin has to only be able to affect one creature.
But you said my version didn't have that kind of effect on it.
When?
The quantum weave one.
Oh yes, if the particular
I just don't know how it
ability,
applies to it.
if a particular ability, sort of says otherwise, then specific rules always beat general. But I don't think that has anything to do with twin spell, right? Wait, twin? You're not even a sorcerer. How are you going to twin?
No, you told with my quantum weave, you told me I could twin stuff like fireball. All that.
No. Oh, yeah. It's not twin, but it's basically you can simultaneously cast 2 spells of 3rd level or lower at the same time.
So 2 different spells.
It can be the same spell, but if they're both concentration, obviously you can only concentrate on one at a time, so you'll lose concentration on one of them instantly. So it would be sort of pointless.
I thought you could twin some DMs like cast haste. So I'm just gonna target Minotaur. So one.
It's
2,
not
3.
it's not twinned. I'm not sure where you got that from, but it's in the book here. It doesn't say anything about. Oh yeah, it does say twinned. Wait, why did I say twinned? What's going on here?
Because when you gave me the feat, you said that you're one special though, because you can twin stuff like fireball.
All right, I didn't mean to be twinned. I think I just wrote that in a hurry. But basically, you don't twin it, but you can cast like two spells of third level or lower. Not twin it, but you can cast two at the same time consecutively. That's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
I mistyped that.
I'll target these 5 minotaurs. 5 of the minotaurs that are in the circle. And then that demon up there.
Okay. Alright. All of these minotaurs become slowed, and I'm not sure which 5 you're talking about. I'm going to presume it's these ones.
These 5 here.
There we go. Yep, I got them. Yeah, with twin, I didn't mean like, I don't know why I said twinned, but basically you could do like a fireball and a lightning consecutively at the same time, sort of thing. That's what it's supposed to be.
If that's the case, I will. As long as it won't hit anybody.
Alright, the Cambion makes a wisdom save, and she also fails, becoming slowed.
I will then
You
cast.
don't have to worry about hitting. You don't have to worry about hitting me with fireball.
I'm using lightning bolt from my staff of power.
Alrighty, roll this 8d6, and you used a 5th level.
Yeah, well, the staff of power casts is at 5th level.
Oh, then you can't use it. You can only use 3rd level or lower.
Ah, alright, then I don't do that. My apologies. That's the case. Hide. Far away as I can get.
Okay. Doff this.
Alright. I'm gonna do a steel wind strip. Just I'll hit the current landscape. Okay.
Okay. Still wind the strike. Alright, you just vanish, and you just drop that cultist straight away. Just slam into him with a truly devastating force.
Alright. And it's a waste of mobility, but I'll hit this Cambion that's next to me.
Okay. And you slam into her as well. 31 force damage, devastating her pretty badly.
I'll pop here and hit this guy.
And that hits him. 36 force damage. He's hurt.
I'll hit this guy.
And that hits 29 force damage. Again, just teleporting from creature to creature, just slamming into him with just each one is reeling in pain, winded.
Yeah, go dap.
The ones that don't just die instantly.
And then my last one on this one that's injured with someone else.
And that hits 36 force damage, devastating that Minotaur as well. He doesn't drop, but he is left very hurt.
And my hasted action, I'll take this swing at him with my.
And there's a loud crack as that Minotaur drops to the ground. Collapses. Jaggy.
Right, so I was going to drop my enemies a battle spell, but as I was pretty surrounded there, so I think I'm just going to attack. I'll attack this one with booming.
Booming Blade.
Mhm.
Alright, that hits.
Okay. Still the booming damage as well.
Alright. Okay. It's not all supposed to be slashing damage. Or do you have a separate... Oh, you got a separate one. I see. Alright, 23 slashing damage from the initial attack, and then you sheath the Minotaur in thunderous energy. And when that happens, there is an explosion for 16 thunder damage, and you don't need to roll the if move damage yet. You should have a separate.
Okay. Well, it's the first time I used it.
No problem. All right, he's sheathed in thunderous energy and encapsulates him. There's an explosion, leaving the Minotaur pretty hurt.
Okay, and I can make a second attack.
Yep, you can use your bonus action, and that's a crit for 36 points of slashing damage. You slice deep into that Minotaur, and he almost drops. He is just opened right up, and blood is spurting out everywhere.
So I'm gonna get an opportunity attack by these two if I move, aren't I? So.
One smoke.
Yeah, they can't use their reactions.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm running. Can I run through them or not?
Nope, you can't move through hostile enemies.
Okay, then I just back. At least it's got to move.
Alright, one of them swings at you. And he uses Reckless Attack to have advantage. Miss.
Okay.
Azathoth.
Okay, so I'll drop Synaptic Static on the 5 on the north, basically.
Alright. I'll use a fireball template.
It's 20 feet, so...
There? It's the same as a fireball.
Well, not... Oh, wait.
There.
Oh, actually, I can take a lot more. 6, Oh, wait. Actually, better to take this thing.
There?
Oh, wait.
That's-
Never mind. Yeah, back. That's for 6.
Okay. Alright, you drop a Synaptic Static, and they're going to make some intelligence saves.
Because this one is going to attack his friend with advantage. And I want to watch.
Okay. They grab their heads and their horns, and there is a melody of screams from all of the Minotaurs. So they start scraping their hooved legs along the ground and bucking their heads up. They all fail, and they all become debilitated by the Synaptic Static.
Yeah, 1d6.
Okay.
What does debilitated mean?
Well, basically they have -6 disadvantage on all of their ability checks, attack rolls, yada 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 yada.
Jeez, attack rolls too.
Yep. They're looking pretty injured as well after that volley of psychic energy.
I don't feel like this is the combat to actually use Hexblade's Curse, as it's once per rest, so yeah, what?
Think you get that back on a short rest now? Hexblade's
Yeah,
Curse?
I get it, Yeah, I get it back from the beginning, you know, on the short rest, but who knows when we'll take a short rest.
Rose.
I would like to do another whirlwind on these 2 minotaurs next to me.
Okay. Alrighty, that is a crit for 20 points of slashing damage. And you hit him again, the one on the bottom for 14. And you hit the one up the top for another 14. And you stab the one down the bottom for 10. The one up the top is looking pretty hurt. This other one is mildly injured.
Yep, that's it for me.
All in all, the Minotaurs are looking overall pretty hurt.
I'm gonna end my turn and just wait.
Han.
I'm going to say in common, I'm not your enemy, and carry on dodging.
So passive. Just a pacifist. They don't seem to
Understand that.
they don't seem to be paying any attention to you, Han. They are in a blood frenzy. Alright, this Cambium now strikes her friend with advantage.
Yay!
And she crits with the second one. The fire doesn't seem to be hurting the other Cambion as much as what you'd expect, but still, that is 22 piercing damage and 6 fire damage, 28 points of damage. Right, she just starts fighting her, and the other Cambion looks shocked, and they start bickering. What are you doing? We must sacrifice them for our lord. Alright, this Cambion is going to just use her bonus action to Fury of the Nine this one and give her advantage. And then she makes a wisdom save and is still slowed. At the end of her turn, she moves back 15 feet as well.
Oh god, I just realized something. The 2 is coming up very shortly.
Alright, this Cambion strikes at her friend with advantage and hits her. No, misses her with a 16 and then strikes at you, Azathoth. And she hits with a 25. Oh no, that still misses.
I have 26.
You managed to deflect that. And she just roars and ends her turn there. Alright, first I do all the movement for the Minotaurs. Actually, I might just sort of break them down a little bit more. Alright, we've got 2 attacking Azathoth recklessly. And they all go reckless.
I've been waiting for this.
Alright, Azathoth, you get hit hard for 25 slashing.
So hard. I fall to my feet and whine in pain.
Rose, you get one of them moves back away from you, Azathoth, and you can opportunity attack. You lose your concentration on
nothing.
Do you want an opportunity attack?
Of course I'm gonna opportunity attack with Eldritch Blast to his face.
Okay. That hits.
Okay, that has +5, and I think I fixed it last time, but it still is nothing.
You need to delete it and re-add it. That's why. Alright, so
Okay.
it's +5 onto each one of these. Oh, you've got it. Alright, all 4 beams hit, and we've got 33 points of damage. Alright, leaving that Minotaur pretty badly hurt. Alright, another one charges in at you. He takes a step back and then charges at you, Azathoth. Doing his... Well, actually, he doesn't even need to do that. Coming in with his gore. And he crits. He stabs you for 20 piercing damage, and then he attacks you with his bonus action and misses. Alright, Rose, two of
If I
them.
had that shield, then the crit would also kind of not work, right? Or does crit always work?
Crit is always a hit. Alright, two of them attack you, Rose, at advantage.
Okay.
And you're hit by the 22 for
Which one is hitting me with the 22?
this one.
I'm going to use my Omnipotent Rebuke.
Okay.
So I've been waiting to use it.
You parry him off and return the favor.
Wait. Is Reckless a bonus action?
No.
Natural 20.
What? He cuts his head off.
You just completely destroy that Minotaur. You just slice him into pieces.
Yeah, finally.
Alright, another one runs in to take his place, and he attacks. Coming in with a gore. Miss. Alright, we've got this one running in at Jackie. And they're all reckless. That's going to miss because of Synaptic Static. One attacks you, Han. 20 misses, and then he steps out. You can opportunity attack him if you want.
No, because I'm dodging.
Okay. You can still opportunity attack. Alright.
No, because I'm on purposely not attacking these guys.
Okay. This Minotaur is going to move, and then he just explodes from the booming blade. Bits of Minotaur go flying everywhere. Alright, the next four move in. He uses all of his movement, 20 feet, to get to there, and he attacks you, Han. Misses. And then he moves. Oh no, he's used all his movement. Alright, these guys sort of just line up, and this one moves in at Daftus. Misses, and he moves back. You can opportunity attack. Next one moves in.
Is that me as well?
No, he doesn't get in your range.
Oh, so
And
Okay.
yeah.
since I rolled a natural 20, don't I get temporary hit points because of my blood sword?
You'll have to look.
That's not the blood spear.
No, the blood sword.
You'll need to look at that. You can.
Yeah, it says when you attack a creature with this weapon and roll a 20 on attack roll, that target takes an extra 4d6 slashing damage. You also gain a number of temporary hit points equal to the extra damage.
All right. Well, that's what you get. You get 4d6. So it was 5, 8, 9 points of temporary hit points.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. I'm not sure which one you're reacting against after this, but I'm just going to say it's this one. That is a lot of damage. That's 23, plus he moves back. That's 36, 46, 56, 61 points of damage. All right, you leave that Minotaur absolutely reeling. And then these two, they just sort of run in attack and sort of move in and out of attacking you. 2 more attacks. And both of them miss. Okay. Suddenly all of the surrounding ice starts to shake. Han, Jackie, and Daftus, each of you make me a dexterity save.
Oh, I get advantage because I'm dodging or something.
I get an advantage of foresight.
You deserve this for staying on the.
Have you done foresight yet? Before you went in?
I did it the last session and we haven't slept yet.
You guys took a long rest. It's been a long period of time.
When did we take a long rest?
Yep. When you guys came out on the shore.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that bit. Okay, I can put all my spells back then.
Well, yeah, you can, but you can have foresight cast because you did tell me that you're going to cast it every day. Like
I can do.
Eat your cereal and cast foresight. All Alright, you all make the save, so you guys might want to get off that red glyph, because there is an explosion of ice. And it hits the Minotaur. And you're pushed out of that square. Alright, the Minotaur is just lanced with a shard of ice for 15 cold damage. And then he too is forced out of it. You got to move somewhere, Jaggy.
Go above me.
Out of the glyph. All right. It has to be 5 feet. So there's good. All right. This happens at obviously the start of next round. So the ice bursts forth from the glyph, and within the ice bursts forward a massive reptilian-looking creature. You see black, sheened scales of a snake, topped with a humanoid upper body, blaring red eyes, a truly fiendish-looking face. It looks terrifying. Red wings burst out of its back, and it holds this horn in its hand and roars. You see a vicious-looking barbed tail at the end of its snake-like body, and it just roars. And it joins initiative.
Hey, and it has a horn.
It does.
Now we knew he's doing horn masteries in another dimension.
Just the lead singer of Kiss.
Okay. Next round. He looks around and just starts whipping his tail about. Azul.
Fireball.
His weakness, HTML.
It's doing that stuff again.
Fireball, did you say?
Yeah, I got it.
I think you can control that one, right? Alright. You unleash a fireball there. And first I'll do the big boy's dexterity save. Alright, he does have advantage. The fire blossoms out. Doesn't seem at all bothered by it.
That'll be fun.
5 Minotaurs make dex saves. And each and every one fails and takes 37 points of fire damage. Now the Minotaurs get pretty badly burnt. One of them drops, collapses to the ground in a burnt heap, and the other ones are left severely injured. Geron himself doesn't seem the least bit bothered by the fire, and you're just left with a pile of Minotaur and scorch marks on the ground. He's going to use a legendary action. And he's going to whip his stinger at you, Daftus, violently, viciously, and very quickly. 32 hits. Make a Constitution save. Hit for 14 piercing damage. It whips so incredibly fast, and you feel this sharp pain sort of just instantly flow through your blood stream, but you fight through the excruciating pain. And you're up.
I didn't like.
Some sort of horrible venom within that stinging tail. It felt like death.
I'm gonna steal one strike again.
Do it.
So first I'm gonna hit poison tail. So many damn attacks.
A 17 misses, and you just whiz straight past him as he very quickly moves to the side. Sort of rises up on his tail and hovers a massive 15 feet tall over all of you.
I'll whack this at the bottom.
Okay. And you drop that Minotaur.
And this.
And you drop him too.
And this one.
And he's hit very hard. He doesn't fall.
And then the last one, hit the one that's threatening Harn here.
And you hit him for 30 force damage, leaving that Minotaur very badly injured too.
On my hasted action, I'll swing at that.
This guy?
And when I just swing it.
Alright, that hits him for 22 points of damage, and you drop him. There's an explosion of a jolt of lightning that just rips him apart.
Move between him and Harn. This guy and Harn. And
Alright, Garon will teleport as a legendary action, and you find him now perched up on this statue. Snaking around it and rising up, looking down over all of you. He roars. Now he uses his lair action. He just says to you all, "Do not deny me my rightful souls. Now I will encase you in your internal coffins of ice." And he is going to... Let's have a look here. I think you might be safe there, Azul. He might do something else.
Never fail.
this is a lair action, or is it turn?
It's a lair action. Alright.
Corners.
Alright, a massive explosion of frost just encases you, Azul. You need to make a con save.
No, Azul.
A cube of ice just enshrouds you. 10-foot cube, like that. You actually make the save, and you resist. That's it.
You
Jaggy.
kind of cut out there. Did I resist it?
Yeah,
Yes.
you resist.
I did it.
Okay. So. Okay, it's just in 30 feet, so I'm going to do irresistible dance on him.
Okay.
Then that one drops, the enemy's bound.
Okay, you cast that, and he just looks at you with this deathly glare. Spell has no effect.
Annoying. Okay, and I'll just use my second attack and hit this one.
And that hits. You slash him for 24 slashing damage.
As I move back, one.
He takes a swing.
It comes, I'm mobile.
Oh yes. Azathoth.
I forgot. Can you Misty Step and cast a spell or not?
It has to be a cantrip if you use a bonus action spell.
Eldritch Blast.
That's boring.
Okay. You don't
You're a
have-
warlock. That's all you have.
Holy fuck, this place is small.
I wish. I know we just got thrown in here, but I wish I knew if this was like a big bad or not.
Well, they said step on this circle and let us drain out your blood, and we said no, and they attacked. So
This
No,
is
I mean,
a
like-
ma- this is a major battle with this guy.
Yeah, I don't know if he's like a major boss battle or if he's just like a stepping stone.
He's like some sort of devil lord or something.
He just looks like a Naga. Fully.
No, he's serious business.
we just fought Tiamat.
We just killed Tiamat. He ain't nothing. There ain't nothing that.
I mean, so far, I don't want to jinx it.
How many heads does he have?
I've
One.
not been-
He's only got one. Tiamat had 5.
and
Okay.
I haven't actually been hit yet.
Doesn't even have legs. What a scrum.
I'm just gonna provoke. What? 5? No, wait. Yeah, I'm
4.
actually gonna provoke this one as well
Okay.
because I'm gonna walk past him.
Okay. I'll do the Minotaurs first.
Yeah, and go here.
He's doing
And the only way they can hit you is by critting. And so far they've critted you 3 times.
Yeah.
And that one hits hard. 39 slashing damage. The Cambions will both use their reactions as well. Actually, no, they won't. They're not going to opportunity attack you. Another Minotaur will, though.
He crits.
No way. You called that.
So,
You did this
so
to yourself.
so basically, from my experience, they have 5% hit by, well, natural means, but they have crit so far
4
90%?
times. What is the chance of that? It's got to be like some crazy shit. Another 20
Yeah.
slashing damage. You did that to yourself.
Well, I mean, I needed to do something, so, well. It's kind of odd, though. I do not expect 4 crits in a row from 5
Yes.
attacks.
What the hell?
Or 6 attacks.
We're gonna go buy a lottery ticket today.
Yeah, I need to play a lottery.
I'm
today.
gonna play the numbers 26, 26. Just all 26. Alright, so that's 15 feet of movement.
Well, as my bonus action, I'm gonna drop fucking Hexblade's curse on him.
Okay.
And maddening. No. How far does this thing go? Actually, to the corner of the map, or we can see it a little bit further? Because otherwise.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm not gonna do that.
It's it will just cover the entire battlefield.
Yeah, pretty much. And I don't get. Yeah, but not for a solid 1 minute.
Yes, I can.
You're in a corner as well. He can't hear you. Like roasting some marshmallows over there or something.
I can't believe this guy thinks he can defeat a corner. So.
Alright, I just cast Synaptic Static on literally everyone. Well, I guess here.
Do you want to like that?
Yeah, that looks good.
Alright, I'll do the 3 Minotaurs that are already afflicted with it because they can't get Synaptic again.
But
And
they can take the damage.
they can't even make the save, so they will take 30. One of them drops. 2 of them drop, and another one takes 30. Okay, the Cambions, they both make intelligence saves. And they both fail, taking 30 points of psychic damage each as well. They get pretty devastated by that, and now the big guy. Let me just add some skull-looking icons for them. Alright, the big guy, he makes an intelligence save, and he's going to use a legendary resistance.
Okay, and this was generally the reason why I wanted to use it, because I just wanted to start chipping away that legendary resistance on him.
Your magic is futile!
For 3 times. For 3 times.
He takes no damage as well.
Wait, is it completely nullified then?
Yep. For Synaptic Static, there's no half damage on a save.
Well, on this mini...
You do get your Hexblade's healing though.
I'm not using my Hexblade's healing.
The curse? Didn't you Hexblade's curse one of them?
Yeah, I did, but
he did.
I'm choosing not to because next turn I'm gonna use my bonus
Oh,
action
yes,
to cast it
that's
on
right.
someone else.
I remember that ability. If you don't take the healing, then you can transfer it.
What about this one? He's also in.
Oh, yep, he takes 30 psychic damage too. And he's also Synaptic Static-ed.
Staticky.
Alright, these Minotaurs are getting cleared out pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean,
We're
the only one getting damaged is me by threats.
Minotaurs gonna like kill you. Rose.
Okay, so first I'm going to activate my field on agility. And I'm going to move over to this Minotaur here. I'm going to attack him first.
And that hits for 14 slashing.
And I'm going to move past him, and I'm going to go toward the big bad in the corner.
Okay. He chuckles. He's standing up to his full height of like 18 feet.
You should really do something about that cough.
And he keeps sort of rising up. And he just like hits his head on the roof. Ow!
I got 3 more attacks for him. Well, we'll see.
And that's a crit. 20 points of slashing. You start slashing into him. Doesn't really hurt him too much. A 19 hits. Another 14 slashing damage. And a 16 misses as he manages to dodge you.
Yep. Action surge. Yes.
Alrighty. Action surge number 2. And you hit him for 14 slashing. A 17 misses.
Okay. So
And a 16 misses too. He's...
wait. Can I use luck to re-roll the 16?
Yes, that's how it works, right?
I've never used luck except once.
Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure if you got 3 luck points, whenever you make an attack roll, you spend a luck point to roll an additional T20. So you're supposed to do it when you make the attack roll.
So is it too late now?
After you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined. So yeah, you can use it.
Okay. So roll a d20 or just do another?
Yep,
attack?
you roll a d20.
Okay, no problem.
Takes 1 luck point.
Well, there it is.
And I missed.
Alright. Well, that's 17 plus your attack roll as well, so that hits.
Plus 5
Alright.
plus-
That last one hits him for 14 slashing.
Isn't that a crit for you? Or wait, or was it 18?
It's 18.
18.
This isn't 3.5. Come on now. Doesn't have like a keen.
On 3.5, you can crit on, I think, 1 as well.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. You get like a keen weapon, then like improved critical, and then all that shit. I used to like that. Alrighty, Rose. You've only left him like barely scathed, even with those vicious attacks.
That is not good. I end my turn in front of.
And he gives you this face. This
I'm
guy.
laughing because I'm panicked.
He shows his hairy armpits, and you're like, "Oh God!"
This guy really needs to have a shave or
Shave.
something.
Yeah.
Han.
I'll move to there, and I'll try and drop a guiding bolt on him.
Okay.
Hey, go hard.
We don't know what his armor class.
And that is a direct hit. 17 radiant damage. It just sticks into him and highlights him. It's just a tiny little ball of radiant energy, though, compared to the size of the creature. It doesn't affect him too badly. There is this sort of crackling and sizzling, though, as he roars out in pain as if it's really, really badly injuring him. Whoa! It seems to be doing something bad to him.
His armor is to 19, at least.
Alright. Some of his wounds start to sort of close a little bit, but the guiding bolt just sort of sends this streak of radiant energy like all the way up the wound and just sort of keeps the wounds open. And he just shakes wildly around and roars. And he don't like that, Han. He don't like that.
One.
Go radiant.
But you're also annoying him, Rose. And he just reaches down slowly, just tries to grab you with like a flick of his hand, almost like a scorpion's tail, darting at its prey. And impossibly quick, he just grabs you by the neck and starts squeezing. You're restrained. He digs his claws into you. You take 26 slashing damage, and he lifts you up, 10 feet off the ground, as you choke. His stinging tail dances around, tauntingly,
Hey,
close to your face.
hold on, wait, hold on. I'm looking at something I forgot. What number is this?
I don't think there's anything you can add +7 to your AC with.
need 7?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I need 7. Okay.
Alright, and he flicks the stinging tail at you very, very quickly. 34 hits. For 14 piercing damage. Make a constitution save against poison. You're safe. And he's going to end his turn there. Alright, this Cambion is going to use her Fury of the Nine to give Garon advantage on all of his attacks.
Fuck you.
Ha 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 ha! And then she moves in to attack Rose with advantage. There is a discordant melody of infernal babblings. They seem to be caught in a moment of ecstasy in the blood of battle.
Isn't Rose like 10 feet up in the air?
She flies up 15 feet.
I'm gonna say, I think he lowers me down so she can get some swipes on me.
She actually flies up.
Oh, well, how nice of her to come to
As
me.
Garon just holds you out, she tries to let your blood. And both attacks miss. Stay! Hold it still, Garon! Stop moving it around!
Get away, no.
Alright, this Cambion is still slowed, so she moves half her movement speed, which is still 30 feet. She flies up to you, Rose, and she attacks you once. Whoops, wrong one. Just one single attack. She'll also use her Fury of the Nine to also bolster Garon, so both of them are giving him advantage, even though it doesn't stack. That's what they're doing. And a 20 misses you, Rose.
Can they take a bonus and a regular on this one?
Oh yes. She'll just do the bonus action. She won't attack you, Rose. This one comes in at Han, and she'll do the bonus action on Garon because she's not slowed, and she attacks Han 2 times with advantage. You hit once with her spear for 13 piercing damage and 7 fire, a total of 20 points, Han. Alright, it's the Minotaurs. 2 of them rush Jaggy, both coming in with their gores first. And a 23 hits you, Jaggy, for 6 piercing damage as he sticks his...
As disadvantage, because I've got foresight.
Alright, well, he's reckless, so they're all reckless attacking, giving themselves advantage.
Okay, then I'll cast shield.
Alright, you hold up your shield, and he tries to swing with his axe too. Well, actually, he wouldn't even do that because he missed. Alright, that's those 2 Minotaur. And now, this one swings at you, Rose, as well. He's going to take a little run up to get his charge ability, try and gore you, and misses. I'm not even going to make their saving throws because they can't even make it. This one comes up to you as well, Rose, and guess what he does? He rolls a d6. He
Can I
gets
take reactions when I'm restrained?
you can, but he missed you. He gets a 20 on his attack roll
Oh,
from Synaptic
nice.
Static. The last Minotaur just swings at Daftus. And 25 misses. Next round. Azul.
Is there a check I can do to see? Can I use my wizard powers to see how powerful he is?
You can make an Arcana check to try and like recall lore about him.
Yes, that please.
Right. You've heard of a similar creature before. An archdevil named Garon. who comes originally from the frozen wastes of Stygia. I think it's the 6th layer of the 9 hells.
Wait, isn't he Gary on? Aww.
Yes, he's extremely powerful. One of the highest ranking devils in existence, who vies to try and take over the. He's not actually like one of the 9 rulers of the 9, but he is definitely a very high contender. He's been locked in this endless struggle for the ages to try and gain control of Stygia, fighting Levestus, the current ruler of that layer. They've fought each other for centuries. They try and displace each other at every opportunity they get. So, although Levestus can claim lordship over Stygia, he has been trapped in an enormous block of ice. So Garen sort of steps in at the moment, marshalling followers to try and take over, basically. Claiming as many souls as he can and as many soldiers as he can for his army.
At least now I know what kind of spells.
Yeah, he is serious business, as Han said. You think he's probably just here preying on unsuspecting souls to garner more power and perhaps even stage a takeover of maybe this realm?
Can't cast that spell. He's not in the right spot. Need to displace him. Cast a good old arcane hand.
What sort of hand are you using?
Displacement. I want to try to push him.
Okay. We'll use the pinching hand. Forceful hand?
Yeah.
Like pick him up like with a pinch. Alright, so he has to make a athletics check, and is it?
I want to push him that way.
Okay. Alright, it has a plus, is it a +8 bonus?
Yeah. I'll roll.
Alright, let's see how strong this guy is.
I don't think that's good. Ooh.
He fails. So he's pushed.
He's pushed quite a distance. It's 5 feet.
30 feet?
So 5 feet plus a number of feet equal to 5 times my spell cast.
You got 20, alright. So 30 feet. Alright, he's pushed over here and he sort of just like moves into these portals and like he doesn't teleport anywhere. He just sort of passes straight through them as if they're like some sort of an illusion. However, there's no tribal warriors left alive to be shocked by this, this discovery.
Do I come along with him? Are we going on an adventure?
No, he drops you. He gets force movement, so you're dropped.
Okay. Thank you.
Come again.
That's perfect.
Lower. Map so
He's going to use a legendary action now, and he's going to teleport right here. He disappears and teleports right next to you, Azul. No more.
What do you
Toughness.
got? Yeah, he can't do nothing.
He compass is 3 by.
Yep, he's a huge 3x3. Minotaur swings at you and misses, by the way. He only they only crit Azathoth. They don't crit anyone else. You have nothing to worry about unless your name's Azathoth.
And he's so a 20-foot sided cage he'd fit.
Yes.
All right, then I'll put a solid cage in it.
All right, you use a solid cage from Force Cage, so he's sort of stuck in there, and he needs to make a charisma save to teleport out.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's put this on him. I've got just the cage.
A solid one can only be 10 feet.
Oh, it has to be a... Oh, you just ruined it! I had the... I had the cardboard box and everything!
What? The solid one can only be 10 feet?
A real party pooper there, Azathoth, you knew that? Yes, it has to be a bird cage style.
Oh, okay. Then bird cage.
Wait, why me? I didn't do that.
Alright, he's trapped in that cage.
Does that mean he can't do anything?
You can cast.
So it's in a mobile, invisible, cube-shaped prison composed of magical force. It can be a cage or a solid box. If it's in a cage, it can be 20 feet on the side. The bars are spaced half an inch apart. The creature is completely trapped inside. You can't leave it by non-magical means. If he tries to teleport, he has to make a charisma save first to get out of it. Can't be dispelled by dispel magic.
Can we cast into the cage?
Yes. I'd say we're talking too small to even make attacks through. Saving throw spells will work.
Or area effect spells.
Oh, yeah, AoE.
And I'll use my haste action to hit. Actually, are the Cambias in range or are they up in the...
These ones are actually flying 15 feet off. They took to the air. I should probably make the saving throw for the synaptic static and all that other stuff too. Whoops, that's not supposed to be a charisma save. Yep, they're 15 feet up.
Alright, then I'll hit the Minotaur.
And the Minotaur goes down.
Yeah, kill those Minotaurs before they kill me.
I'll have to give him something else to swing.
Oh, hello, Daftus.
Lair action. Another demon lord spawns in.
Oh, you're finished. Okay, Garon's going to attempt to teleport out with a legendary action. You've left him no choice. Actually, no. He's going to use his... He's going to use his infernal glare on you, Jaggy. Make a wisdom save against being frightened. His eyes just pierce towards you.
I get advantage.
His hair pierces towards you.
You fail, and you become frightened until the end of his next turn, as he just starts hissing menacingly around at everyone. Alright, now for a lair action. He is not happy. He is going to look at you, Azul, and suddenly your legs become encased with ice. It starts working its way up its body, weighing your arms down. Make a wisdom save. Is it real? Or is it just an illusion?
Do it, wise boy. Do it. You're the wisest of us all.
And you take a look at the ice, and you see through it. The ice drops off your arms, melts from around your legs, and Garon is left, screaming in a furious rage. Ah! Why do my lair actions never work? Jackie.
So, I was going to do something completely different, but it's messed up a bit. I think I was just going to hit these two around me.
Okay.
Just have normal attacks.
Yeah, your disadvantage cancelled out as well. So that hits, and you cut that Minotaur down.
And then the second one, I'm also going to do, so I got a second attack.
And you miss with a 13. He managed to actually just block you.
With my bonus action, I'm going to do Bardic Inspiration. So you can use that on attack or AC. On Azul down here.
Okay. Yep. The master of the corner, Azul.
Michael.
I'm not going to move, so I have to move away, don't I?
Yeah. Alright, Garon's going to glare at you, Azathoth, as well. Make a wisdom save against being frightened.
How does he see me?
Oh no. He can't.
Mirrors.
Yeah, you're
See that
just
ice
you're
up
just
there?
blocked. Instead, he's going to try and teleport out of the cage. He'll make a charisma save. And what do you know? He has advantage because of magic resistance. And he's a very charismatic guy, in fact. He's very popular over in Stygia. He is going to teleport here, 120 feet, using one legendary action. Azathoth.
Wait, where is he?
He's hiding behind the wall.
Oh, okay, because I don't see him at all.
Okay, I use my bonus action to Hexblade's mark on him.
Okay.
And dodge this motherfucker.
Blade's mark.
And that absolutely devastates him. 41, 57, 71 points of damage. You send those 4 Eldritch Blasts, and each one just rips chunks out of him, leaving these streaks of black necrotic energy that just tear through him, beam after beam after beam. Rah, rah, rah. Each one is viciously ripping him apart.
So we know narcotic works.
Yep, he doesn't seem to have any special resistance against necrotic damage.
What necrotic damage? It's
Oh
force
yes,
damage.
it's force damage. And force damage now. You learn all of his secrets.
At least Seb is giving hints. No necrotic resistance.
Alright, you leave him. He starts only now to look hurt though. Rose.
Well, I mean, I started attacking him, so.
Can I footstool the Minotaur and get the Cambion in there?
You could jump, but you'd need like a little bit of a run up, and then I'd say you'd probably attack at disadvantage too. Attacking like sort of in a jumping. But yeah, you can't try and Mario the Minotaur and like jump off of him.
I would like to at least try it.
You'd need a 10-foot run up to jump that high.
I need to move back 10 feet so I get opportunity attack.
Minotaur swings and misses.
Why do you even roll for the Minotaur attacks not on me?
I don't even know why. I'm just getting out all the non-crits, that's why.
I'm going to run and jump at the Cambion as my first attack
Okay.
at disadvantage. Because you know why not?
And you slash Cambion in midair, 14 points of damage. As you leave the Cambion's reach, the Cambion's going to attack back. And miss terribly.
And as I come down, now I swing at the Minotaur. My next attack.
Okay.
Because why not?
And that hits for 14 slashing.
It's 1, 2.
And you hit again for 14 slashing.
I really want to do another run and jump because I still have. Do I have enough movement? No, I don't. I only use 30. I don't have enough movement to do that. Okay, last attack at the Minotaur.
And you stab the Minotaur for 10 piercing damage. Minotaur's looking pretty hurt.
Yep, that's it. And I'm done.
Han.
I could see that square there.
There's, yeah, I should have fixed up the dynamic lighting. There's a wall of ice blocking any access, and it's completely opaque. You shouldn't really be able to see there at the moment.
So even if I'm there, I can't see down that.
Not through the ice.
We probably won't hit him with some radiant damage. So it's might be.
Yeah, otherwise he's gonna grow more hair to heal himself. Soon he's gonna become a Wookiee snake.
I'm going to cast the Dawn spell.
Okay.
Centered there.
Oh god.
Alrighty, that's when they start their turn, right? When they start their turn, they make the save, I believe. Let me just double check.
When the cylinder appears, each creature in it must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Taking 40, 10, or half.
Alright. Friendly fire.
Good roll on the damage though.
Con saves for all. And Garen has advantage. He takes 18 radiant damage. And you hear more crackling and sizzling. The Minotaur. He fails and takes 36 radiant damage. Azul, you take 18 radiant damage. And Shaggy, you're going to make a Constitution saving throw. And you also take 18 radiant.
Okay.
And if you end your turn, you'll take the damage again if you end your turn in it.
Now, I've still got a bonus action available, haven't I?
Yep.
Can you give me control of the sphere? Oh, I can't see. It says I can move it. Do I have to see the center to be able to move it, or because I can
Wait,
see?
you can see the center, right? You can see the center. If you didn't see the center, then you would have like cast it on yourself. The center's like here, so yeah, you can see it.
But with a bonus action, I can move it.
Yep, up to 60 feet.
So am I moving the center point? Or
Yeah, you move it from the center, from the origin of the radius.
Right, so I can't do anything extra as a bonus. So I'll end my action. That work?
Okay.
Is the EOT down? Yes. All right. It's Garen's turn. And he's looking a little bit hurt. Let's have a look here at the situation. All right. So let me just give him back his legendary actions. He is going to move 20 feet there. And he sort of does this awkward sort of slither crossed with semi-floating in the air from these bat-like wings. 30. 40. Provoking from you, Jaggy.
Okay.
Can he make it when he's feared?
Yeah, it's a... Yep, you can still attack. It's just
Okay, but I got
disadvantage, but he's got foresight too, so it's cancelled out.
I've got Warcaster, so I'm gonna cast Booming Blade.
Okay. 18 misses.
Isn't it a weapon attack? Or is that what it is? That is the weapon attack.
Yep. Plus 11.
Oh yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, fine.
He dodges that, and he looks down at you, Han. And he no like you. He grabs you. 31 hits. For 21 slashing damage. Digs his claws into you. And holds you in your own spell. Oh wait, is that that's concentration, right? Make a con save.
Yeah.
Before he does anything.
27.
Yeah, because that would just be weird if he just held you there for no reason if the spell was down. Right, he holds you in your own dawn spell and chuckles. You can still see the radiant damage visibly burning his skin. He says he's going to entomb you in ice for an eternity. Your gods will not reach you there. And you'll freeze to death in a very, very horrible, horrible way. It's like one of those languages where he says like 3 words and it's like 2 paragraphs. And then he's got you restrained, Han, so he just tries to swing his stinger at you. 33 hits. Make a con save against poison. Actually, you don't take poison damage, right? Alright, he hits you for 15 piercing damage. And I think that may be it for now. Yes. He's going to just sort of lift you up off the air a little bit. He'll end his turn there. Holding you in your own dawn spell. Alright, the Cambions, they keep using their Fury of the Nine to cheer on Garon, keep giving him advantage on his attacks. And then this one shoots 2 fire rays down at Rose. A ranged attack. Sort of like a fire bolt. And 21 misses from the synaptic static. She just maneuvers around here a little bit.
Yeah, my synaptic static is like anti-bless.
Alright, this Cambion still slowed, and it's going to shoot one fire ray at Rose. Miss. And I'm just going to make both of their intelligence saves together. They're still synaptic static. She flies around here, 20 feet. Alright, this last one flies up here, 15 feet in the air. And she's going to fly over here using all of her movement speed, and she's going to fire ray at Han 2 times. And she's going to use her crushing. Oh no, that's melee attacks. That's it. Alright, both fire rays miss you, Han. Alright, there's 2 Minotaurs left. This one moves here to attack Han. A 24 misses. And the last one.
Does that one get Dawn?
Yeah, it'll get dissolved. Yeah, it'll get dissolved there. I'll just leave it there dead, so because it's the one with the initiative order. Alright, and the final Minotaur here is going to swing at Daftus and miss. Azul.
So how high up in the air, Han?
Sorry?
How high in the air is Han?
10 feet off the ground.
I'm gonna Misty Step there. Gonna walk under Han. I'm gonna touch the big boy. And I'm gonna cast Wish to cast Simulacrum on the big boy.
Okay.
What?
Nice.
You you lose your spell, Azul. It doesn't work.
That's cheap. That is cheap.
He's not a beast or a humanoid. You can lose your action, but you won't lose the spell slot. It'll just take your action instead of your spell slot. But you grab him and cast Wish, and it has no effect on him. Has to be a beast or a humanoid, and he ain't either of them. He's a fiend.
He looks pretty beast-like.
Generally, well, not generally, all devils are fiends. I mean, he's vaguely humanoid, but he's just as much a snake man. A devil.
He's a snake bat. He's bat snake. Not Batman, but bat snake.
So yes, that will not work, unfortunately.
Just go find a new corner then.
He's going to opportunity attack you.
With his hands?
Yep. 24.
He drops me.
He's got more than one hand.
I'm sure he needs 2 to hold me.
Alright, you shield him off. That's all. And if that's the end of your turn, he's going to also use a legendary action. He's going to sting you again, Han. 33 hits for 16 piercing. Daftus.
So the appearing of Steel Wind Strike, I can do that up into the air.
Yep.
Do it.
As long as it's in range, it can be up, down, anywhere. Daftus just like sticks his finger in his mouth, waits to feel That the air's right.
Feel the wind.
Feel the wind. The still wind.
And my first attack will be against a Gray Ron, whatever she is.
Gayron. That's not nice.
It's 2018 death. That's jeez.
It's like 768 DR. Get with the times. Ugh, an 18 misses. Just misses.
His DC's 19.
Up in the air next to this kid.
That completely obliterates her, and she just hits the ground and disappears in a flame.
And up here in the air next to this.
And she also disappears in a small flame. Hits the ground. It's gone. And you hit her for 32 force damage. She'll use her reaction to try and reduce it by 1d10. And she takes 26 points of force damage. She has her, it's like infernal. Let me have a look. Indomitable strength. She can subtract a d10 from a damage. From damage with a reaction.
Alright, then my last strike will be against this.
And you completely slice the Minotaur in half.
Right, so I'm up my hasted action to swing.
And that hits him for 25 points of damage. Minotaur's pretty badly hurt. In fact, there's only one Minotaur and Garon himself left.
And there's the one cam up there.
Yeah, there's one canyon.
Oh yes, and the Cambion. Alright, Garon is going to glare at you, Rose. Make a wisdom save against being frightened.
Yeah, I was afraid of this. I had to roll a natural 20.
It's a failure.
I would like to use my indomitable.
Okay.
I actually need a natural 20 to make this.
I just know you're going to burn through like every Indomitable and all your luck points.
I would like to use indomitable again.
Okay.
I'm not giving up. Ah,
It's another failure.
one more indomitable. Ah, my last indomitable. Ah,
Oh, those
Too bad
other
they didn't have advantage.
yeah, they just taunt you.
You come too far.
I don't want to use my luck points as well. Wait,
Okay.
I'm going to use a DM's inspiration.
Okay.
I'm so inspired. I have 3 of these. I'm so inspired.
You've got 3? Alrighty, go for it.
Yeah, I have 3 DM's inspirations I've never used. Wisdom, come on.
Oh.
Darn it. Ah,
Close.
do I dare? How badly do I want this?
Use lucky. Come on,
I only have 2 left.
use them.
I'm gonna use luck.
Okay.
You're a lucky boy.
Oh, lucky doesn't work.
I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not burning everything. I'm frightened. I'm not.
Alright, now that's a lair action. Garon is going to let's have a look see here. He's going to Alright. He's Seeing you as a pretty big threat there, Han, with your radiant damage. But he's going to cause a cube of ice to fall over. Yes. He's going to cause a cube of ice to fall on top of Azathoth and Azul. Both of you make con saves against being hit by a block of ice. You both fail and take 20.
Use my...
Oh yeah?
I was gonna say I want to use my inspiration to reroll it, but too late.
You can if you want.
Azul's got bardic inspiration. I don't know if it's.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah.
You can't use it on saving throws, can you? Can you? Yes, yes you can.
Check.
Is it? Yeah, I don't think it's saving throws.
I just ping it just because they got the extra one as well.
Roll up.
It's actually I can get it here. It is attack roll or saving throw. Yeah, it is saving throws. So you can. Yeah, you're supposed to do it before I say if it's going to hit or not, though.
We all kind of know he's DC anyways, so.
Alright, yeah, you guys.
Inspiration to reroll it then.
Okay. DM inspiration, right?
Yeah.
Alright, you make the save and take nothing. Azathoth, you take 24 cold.
Inspired by Rose and the many roll.
Jaggy.
Okay, so I'm going to move up the dawn.
Yeah, you're no longer feared as well.
Cool. I'm going to cast Finger of Death at it.
Okay. That's a con save. And he has advantage, magic resistance.
Nowhere near. That's half, isn't it?
He takes 28 points of necrotic damage. And he starts to sort of become quite weakened. Many scales start to sort of shed from his
Then I'll give him a swing as well.
his snake-like body. And that hits. You cleave into him for another 27 slashing damage. He roars in pain as he's starting to get severely weakened. Azathoth.
Okay. He thinks he ain't gonna get any more radiant damage from Harn, eh? Well, bad luck for him. Crotch of stars, let's go.
Okay, crotch of stars coming out.
And I use my bonus action to shoot one thrusting star at him.
Alright,
And I fucking miss.
some popcorn falls out like from before, and you do your crotching star at him, thrusting star, and yes, it sort of misses there as a toss. The popcorn catches you by surprise. 18 misses.
Yeah, I didn't expect the two popcorn falling out of my pants.
It happens to the best of us.
And I instantly use my item interaction to eat the popcorn.
Okay. Rose.
Okay, so since I'm frightened, I can't move towards him. I'm gonna do another running long jump at the Cambion and do a slash at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because why not? You know, I need to be closer. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
And you slash the Cambion for 14 more damage, slashing across her again, and she's left very badly injured. Blood is just dripping out from the wounds, and the tempo of her wing starts to slow as she can barely keep herself aloft.
Can I throw my sword?
You can throw it as an improvised weapon. You don't get to add your proficiency bonus, and it does generally 1d4 damage.
Oh.
They're not really made for throwing.
Let's see. Then I have 5.
But yes, you can throw it.
No, no, I will not be doing that. Thank you. Jeez. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There, I won't be able to get there again. Jeez, I can't do anything. Okay, yeah, just end my turn.
Gonna attack the moon.
I can't. I'm sorry, what?
Oh no, you can't move towards him.
I
Yeah.
can't move towards him, so yeah, that's it.
Han.
I'm too scared.
I can still cast spells whilst being restrained.
Yeah. Just cannot move and all things advantage and disadvantage.
Okay, so I'm gonna upcast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. You just cannot escape this radiant damage, can he? Alright, all of these like spinning sunburst discs that have like these sort of sharp spikes, sort of like a rising sun sort of slicing ninja star sort of thing with sunburst pendants. They start just whizzing around you like razor blades. Good roll as well. 8th level Spirit Guardians. One of them has a little cherub face and winks at you as it goes by Han.
So I've cast a spell. I can't effectively move or do anything else as far as I know. Oh, we just take saving throw, please.
Yep, he'll make a wisdom save. He does have advantage due to magic resistance. He still takes 22 points of radiant damage. And it prevents him from regenerating. It's when two things happen at the start of someone's turn, it's the DM's call of which one happens first. And I'm going to say that the Spirit Guardians happens first before he regenerates. Now that I've been so nice, now you're gonna die. You're gonna die, Han. Don't resist it. He crushes you even more with his claws, and this time it really hurts. 34 hits. You take 57 points of slashing damage.
You can get
You still up, Han?
How are you looking? 26? Your god is nothing. Drops the Spirit Guardians, and then he whips his tail at you. 32 hits for 13 piercing damage. Go back to your morning lord and tell him Darren sent you. And then he uses Divine Word as a bonus action.
No.
Divine Word on. Where's the sad music? You can.
I can't spell that.
I think it's 7th level. But first, before that, we have to put on the sad Naruto music.
So I could be killed instantly.
Divine Word kills you instantly on.
Can make that. So.
Your hit points are below 20 on.
They are.
That means you die on. Unless Azul can make this counter spell.
Come on, best
And he
boy,
just does
you
it
do
at 7th level. Azul saves you!
For 10 more seconds, you're alive.
Azul comes to the rescue. quickly whipping his hands around and dissolving the divine word. The Infernal Champion continues to cheer on Garon, and then Garon uses his legendary action to tail whip Han again.
Can't spell it.
Oh, so it comes in clutch.
And you go down, Han. Garon just continues to crush you in his hand as your body goes limp.
You wanted to say molest him.
Not quite. Garon looks around at all of you and just continues to chuckle and chuckle. More, more, as Han's blood drips down and causes these runes to glow even brighter. Let's keep going. The Minotaur is dead. Azul.
Found the other one.
And you got the other one.
Found the
Oh.
other minute.
He's going to he's gonna move over here. Provoking from you, Daftus.
Yeah.
He runs up to Han to finish him off like a Grim Reaper. And you hit him. The Minotaur sort of runs like around Garon, and like when the booming blade hits him, it's sort of like he trips and he just like flies through the air and just like explodes into little bits all over Han. Like he's just stepped on a landmine or something.
Hey, you did it.
A bit of Minotaur arm just sort of falls down next to you as well. You're up.
I just wanted to get that one.
Alright, I know how to do this. Let's go shove a potion down his throat. So I will Misty Step here. I think I got one of Supreme Healing tucked away. Yeah. Oh wait, I got a macro for this. That didn't work. Good macro.
I think that's Instagram. Hashtag potion of healing. There's one in...
Supreme.
There's one somewhere. Alright. There's a lovely macro. 49 healing for you, Han. Suddenly you open your eyes and Garon looks completely dumbfounded as to what you just did. What? How?
Thank you very much.
the 9 hells have never heard about the potion of healing.
Power of potions.
He dropped me because you've still got the net on me.
He didn't drop you yet. No, he's just still holding you to just continue to crush you to death.
And then, from wherever, there it is, the hand.
At the... Where is
the
that
hand?
hand?
Would've been over here when I pushed him.
Yeah. What's the hand doing now?
It's gonna push him again. So
Okay.
Let's go of harm.
Alright, he makes an athletics check. 22.
You can do it hand. Look at that. Perfect.
The hand is there just struggling, just like pushing him with all of its might. And Garon sort of just like moves his back around. Oh, that's the spot. Just ends up like scratching his back.
Well, if that's... I'm gonna cast Resilient Fear on her.
Wait, you used a bonus action. Wait. Didn't you use a bonus action to Misty's deck, and then an action, and then another bonus action?
Wait, I think it works out.
Does it?
First of all, you use a bonus action to Misty Step, and then you use an action to administer Han the potion. So you're out. You couldn't have even done the shove. But Garen does appreciate a good back scratching, so I'll give it to you.
Well, I could do the shove. It just would have costed. Yeah. Oh man, I couldn't.
It's a bonus action, yeah. But anyway, Garen's thankful for it. He's quite pleased. He had like the way he's sort of shaped. It's like impossible for him to reach his own back. So. He is going to use another legendary action. And he's going to teleport somewhere. Back here with Han.
Sucks.
Wait, I'll move here and hope this guy isn't all that extra.
Han doesn't go with him. He drops Han.
Oh, yay.
He don't want no more of that. Disintegrate. Very risky.
Favor shot.
On what, sorry?
On great.
I cannot. You keep cutting out at the last second. Garon?
Yeah.
Okay. He is going to use a legendary resistance and take 0 damage. He dodges the disintegration ray completely.
Alright, then I'll run up and use my hatred action to retract.
And that hits. 19 bludgeoning damage, and the lightning streaks through him as well. 25 points of damage. He's looking like he's sort of doing some last bit effort to try and destroy someone. He's just writhing on top of this dais here, and he's starting to visibly just fall apart. He's going to banish you, Daftus. Make a charisma save. He uses banishment, 4th level spell. And you immediately.
And here's my DM inspiration.
Okay.
We didn't use them in the fight with Tiamat, but now is when they really matter.
Damn right.
You just make the save. The only way you could have made it is by critting, and you did. Garon's look of sort of fierceness just turns into a look of worry. What are you?
Nightmare.
Jaggy.
Right, I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to cast Power Word Stun. One for the fighters.
He's stunned instantly. He freezes up.
And I'm going to... Is that it? Then I'm going to hit this one with my power attack.
She's up in the air. You can
I
jump.
can fly up.
Oh, you
fly.
can fly. You can just do that.
Oh,
12 misses. You sort of like catch your foot on this urn and like spill the blood out everywhere and sort of tumble forward.
Okay, so who's stunned now?
Garon.
boss is stunned.
Oh, well, I think he's pretty much dead, but yeah. Okay, so first is coming a trusting star.
And that hits. You thrust the star at him, and it pierces into his chest. Oh! Oh! and suddenly the thrusting star just works its way into him and just splits his entire chest open. His whole body starts to glow, this golden glow. Ah! Ah! And he just roars and screams and sounds truly fiendish. As he roars, there's just an explosion. And he is completely dissipated. The Cambion goes with him.
I didn't even get to shoot my Hex Blades blast at him.
Well, that was intense.
A bit late for the stun.
Just a bit. Well,
Only,
it worked.
only took 3 damage. Don't know.
You hear the corner talking to you guys. And I would just like to say the MVP of the match is this corner.
Yes.
He even made
Undefeatable.
picture.
Corner wins. Alright, so as this happens, the portals, they all go away. Each one just shrinks in on itself and disappears. The ice starts to melt immediately. The whole place warms. All of the ice sheathing the walls and roof disappears, and the ice around the ship subsides. The temperature is a bit more tolerable now.
I'd say the MVP of this actual fight was the Minotaurs because they crit so often on me.
Yes, they did a lot of damage. They do a lot of damage when they hit those Minotaurs.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, when they hit, and they had like only 1 dice that they can actually hit me with, and that dice was very often.
Alright, so you guys have got the ship.
We're going on a trip. Am I still frightened?
No.
Yay!
So who has the feather for
Azul.
that? No.
How? Quick question. So, does the autometry of a simulacrum depend on the intelligence of the creature you cast it on?
Sorry? What do you
So
mean?
how autonomous is a simulacrum?
It's basically a clone. So it's an exact clone of the creature that has half the hit points and cannot learn anything more. But it may not even know it's a simulacrum. It can actually literally be that person. You could replace a person with a simulacrum, and you couldn't even really tell the difference.
So I've got a
They're completely aware. They could believe that they're the original copy.
So I've got
So,
a plan to not lose ship again.
can Azul open the ship so we can enter and turn on the heater?
Sure.
Azul's already in ship.
You can't really like start it up. Well, you can't really like fly it out of here. So, you probably want to like take it outside.
Just like push it.
That's the
yes,
ship.
You didn't see it. Yes, Jaggy. This is our ship. We found it, and then we got a key, and now we take it around.
But you got to push it outside the cave to get it started. It's like my old car.
I think I can fly it out.
The ship just starts leaving without you guys. you guys drag the ship back outside. And it's still a little bit damaged. As you step out into this strange dark realm, again, your minds are somewhat clouded. There's something happening with these three skeletons. You can swear that one of them moves a little bit of an arm. Another one moves its leg a little bit. And suddenly, one of the skeletons rises forward, standing. I am the evil lord of this land. Give me all of your gold, or die.
Is that Skelly?
It's not Skelly.
I'm going to give him my 10 gold.
Suddenly the skeleton just collapses onto the ground. And coming out of the darkness behind the skeleton.
What the fuck?
Is Ulul Dafil. And the other two skeletons just sort of collapse as well as the other two Shadar Kai come out of the gloom.
Like, where do they come from?
They literally just come from the shadows. They walk out of the shadows just like that. You see the one with the braided hair and the one with the white hair. The one with the braided hair just picks up a rib bone, starts sort of using it like a toothpick and just leans up against this rock over here, while the other one sort of jumps up on this small rock and kicks his legs back and forth. And all Dafil looks over to you all. Got you!
That one's got big gaps between their teeth after using 100 bones.
So what are these things?
She does.
Emma
They
Furry's
look
a
like-
match queen.
Yeah, they look like elves that haven't seen the sun in like 500 years.
So drow.
Basically, drow elves.
Sort of. But tainted more by the Shadowfell.
Like Nosferatu and Vampire.
Wait.
Similar.
They're minions of the ring.
Actually, are we like? Do I see the moon outside?
No, there's just darkness.
He wants his evil book so badly.
No
How
moonlight.
do I open it then?
It's a mystery.
No.
How do you open it?
I just throw it up in the air and I try to catch it afterwards.
So Ulul Dafil sort of steps forward. Ah. Friends.
I think you're mistaken if you think we're friends.
Come on now, Han. No need to be so sour. You have come far. Now, you are faced with your final step, the final chapter of your journey.
Hey. Can you open this book?
He looks at it.
He's like a guy on crack. He's like, hey, can you give me some crack?
It's too late for that book now. It is not relevant. The Raven Queen wishes to thank you once again. You have truly served her well. But there is one more step. And he points over towards this ziggurat. You see this large pyramid only a few miles off into the horizon, illuminated by this soft red glow of fire. And you can make out all these tiny little figures. They look like thousands of little humanoid soldiers. Well, that is where you'll need to go now. Oh, yes. And you're looking for a phylactery, correct?
Yeah.
That's it.
No.
What, the whole pyramid, or just in the pyramid somewhere?
The whole thing is what you seek. That is the phylactery of Asarak. That is what you want, isn't it?
What is a phylactery?
Think of it as a bank for souls.
Could be so electrolyte around
And
it.
how do we destroy it?
Oh. The answer will be apparent to you. You will need to face death. But I'm sure you know that already.
Thought I just did.
Oh no. Death is before you. Death stands at the top of that ziggurat, at the top of Necropolis. Go there now and face this last test. You know, Han, for a cleric of the Morning Lord, we have a lot in common. More than you think. We share common goals. You help us, we help you. Now, which of you yet are to receive a gift?
That would be Han and our new member, Jaggy.
He holds out this rod. Come on now, Han. Just take it. A gift from our queen. And it's a very, very nice looking rod. It's got red gemstones, runes carved into the haft, holy looking wings. Very...
I don't take bribes.
Oh, it is not a bribe. It is just a gift to ensure success on your journey.
A tainted gift.
Why, Han? For someone who is so intent on life, can you not see that death is also a necessity? It is yin to yang. For every action there is a reaction. You cannot escape death, Han.
True.
Without death, there is no life. Come on, Han, just take it.
No, I'm not going to take such an item from the Raven Queen.
Very well, then.
I'll take it.
No! Jackie. Perhaps you are more inclined.
Maybe.
By the way, all the party has Lily the items from her, besides Harn, and now you as well.
He pulls out this awesome looking guitar. It's like surmounted with a skull, and it looks pretty cool. It's got where you like tune the guitar, it's got all these little like skull notches and this like sort of green finish that sort of almost looks like grass or something.
Years for, tuning.
But no, I'm not really into guitars.
Why, come now. It is more than just a guitar. I think it will suit you nicely. A gift from our queen.
No, I'm not going to take that.
Oh my gosh.
Because that means I can't use my bonus action to attack.
Oh, yes you can. You can use your bonus action to attack with it.
not completely out of character.
I'm not sure what a bonus action is, but you'll find it will suit your needs.
Okay.
The queen has specifically selected it for you.
Then I'll take the guitar.
All right. It is an instrument of the bards, the guitar of omniscient swagger. It's an
Oh.
there was
What the hell?
an instrument of the bards is an exquisite example of its kind, superior to an ordinary instrument in every way. 7 types of these instruments exist, each named after legendary bard college. However, there was rumored to be an 8th instrument that holds higher swagger than all 7 combined. So it works as a instrument of the bards. Let me adjust it. It also doubles as a +2 grade axe and can be used as your spellcasting focus.
Okay.
And you get all of the spells that an instrument of the bards gives you. Plus, you can use Power Word Heal, Mordenkainen's Sword, and Planar Binding, as well as Fly, Invisibility, Levitate, and Protection from Evil and Good.
So I just add the spells I haven't got onto my spell list?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do it once per day.
Oh, so I can do this as one of these spells through the instrument?
Yep. And
Oh,
if you use a charm spell, they make the saving throw at disadvantage.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, thank you.
So basically, Jaggy became AC/DC at the moment.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Like-
Fine.
And you can just like attune to it straight away. Because we ain't going to have time to... We're going to have to condense the ending into next session, unfortunately. Next session's going to be the last session.
Does that mean we're level 20 now?
Yep, everyone level up to level 20.
Hey, what's gonna be the last session? I get 3 attacks. I can attack 5 times in a turn.
Oh my god, I literally get nothing out of this. It's so awesome.
Why nothing?
Well, I mean, I get the fact that I can just sleep for 1 minute to regain all my spell slots, which I ain't really using.
Pretty awesome.
I use only Mystic Arcana most of the time, so pretty awesome.
Well, I get this, which is just as awesome. But I used 1 inspiration, so I get 5 before a short rest. So I don't think that's going to come into effect.
You might. You could use it a lot. All right, we're going to end today's session here. And this is Necropolis. You see this giant ziggurat off in the distance. You can fly there very quickly in your apparatus. And we'll be finishing up the campaign next week. I will make sure that you get a fulfilling ending within the allotted 3.5, 4 hours that we have for next
Are we
week.
resting in the ship before we go up there to learn our new spell?
You don't. You won't be able to take a long rest here. But being level 20, you should get like new spell slots anyway, right? But you won't learn any new spells.
I won't be able to prepare any.
Oh yeah, you won't be able to prepare any, unfortunately. So level up to level 20 and gain all the abilities that you get for that level and whatnot. And we'll head.
Can't find the hideout for that weapon you just gave me.
I'll get it for you. And we will finish this up next week. You can find out how to destroy the phylactery, possibly, and what is the Raven Queen's grand scheme of things.
So, Seb, after this campaign's finished, are you going to be taking a bit of a break before you start up the next one to set up back in good old Australia?
Let's have a look here. So, yeah, we won't be playing in 2 weeks. Not sure. I'm not sure if I would wait till after the new year because that's like a month. It's a long time. So I think I'll probably be looking to start another campaign like pretty soon after this one finishes. But I'll talk to everyone, see who's continuing on and what everyone wants to play, and I'll probably message you guys from now until next week so I can start getting things set up for the game and whatnot. But it's been an awesome journey.
Yes, it has. I've enjoyed playing with everyone here.
Yes.
It's been a lot of fun.
Very long time as well, man. We started playing this campaign with like Tomb of Annihilation. Man, it went through like a lot of different players throughout the time we played this campaign. I think the only original player is Han.
Yeah, I came in halfway through too.
Yeah.
It has been a long time.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure I've got a good ending next week for you guys. Fight some more baddies, and we'll see what happens.
Actually, yeah, I actually realized that at this point, I think there's Harn, Daftus, me, Azul, Rose, and Jaggy in that particular order coming in. And I remember back in the day, I was like, oh shit, I'm the new guy here, and there was also the 5 other players, but now they are all gone.
Yeah. We'll yeah.
So really, this is Han's story.
This is all Han's story.
The story of Harn.
Yeah. Wait. What
Yeah,
level
he's
did
the
you
only
get,
one that's still tying the group, well, the party back to Tomb of Annihilation, really. Oh, and Daftus as well, who, well, he lost a character too in Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah.
Really?
Luckily, it's not, yeah. Had to finish with a druid.
You're a Furbolg druid, right?
Back after.
Or just yeah.
But wait, what level did this campaign? Well, I mean, this continuation of campaigns did start off from, like level
10, I think, or 11. I think 11. This one started.
Oh, so I joined in on level 14.
Yeah, I designed it to go from level 10 to 16, but I just kept sort of expanding it. I actually sort of made too much content, like way too much. So, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys.
Awesome, anyways.
Yeah, thanks. I'll talk to you guys about what everyone wants to play next, and we'll see like who can continue on. As you guys know, there will be a change in the time slot. I could probably swing 2 hours later than the usual start time, but I don't think any earlier. We'll see, and it sort of depends on who wants to do what. And I'll talk to you guys over Discord. Thank you guys very much, and I'll see you next week. Take care, guys.
Before you go, I just want to know how many hit points do I gain again? I keep forgetting.
It'll be 6 plus your con mod plus another 2 from tough, so 8 plus your con mod.
6. Okay, so that's 13.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, 13. Okay. Thank you.
So if you know off the top of your head, how much is it for a bard?
It's a bard is a D8, so 5 plus con mod.
Okay, so 8.
Alrighty, guys. I will see you next week. Take care.
See you guys next week for the final game.
Le finale.
Anybody that has time, could you give me a quick what happened in the first hour with Saw?
Not much. It was just a transition to that boss fight, pretty much. Soph killed himself in honorable Sudoku. Yeah, that was the big thing that happened.
Yeah, it's just like sort of wrapping up with Lord Soft's story there and how he's can't change the past and he's stupid.
Then we all got high from dropping a lot of kilometers down, and we had the feast with Soth, Zarowich, I ate popcorn out of my pants. The Jaggy was fighting with the rubber chicken.
See, a lot
Uh,
happened.
Yeah.
You didn't miss anything.
I was just being very inquiring and maybe sipping tea. Because I was like, what's happening? I don't know.
Everyone found themselves in this strange, like, sort of dream world of a castle, and was basically told that you need to head to Darkon and face death there. It's the only way forward.
Yeah, we just need to find the ass crack, so that's it.
So I'll cast.
Sorry I was late. I had the time all wrong because I'm in a different time.
No problemo.
Just quickly, I'll cast Catnap. Everybody, if they want to do short rest and all that stuff.
Alright, everyone take a
That's what
yep.
I do.
Can take a short rest easily.
Yeah, but we're taking a flight anyway, so it's kind of easy. It's a half an hour trip.
Could I do a Song of Rest in that?
Yeah. Yes. I think so. Oh no, you're incapacitated when you do the cat nap. You're sleeping. He strokes your head and puts you to sleep.
Can we, can Azul and I, we kept pick up 2 spells that we already know become signature spells. Can we make that happen?
Sure.
To be honest, the only damage I got was from the Dawn spell, so I'll just